What up, man? Holy fuck, I'm tired. But hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. What do we watch? What do we watch? Wop, wop, wop.
Oh, yeah, baby! We got new people today! Who's knocking? Who's this? Oh, my. Okay. Merry Christmas to me. Let him in. Okay, here we go. Okay, perfect. Oh! All right! Welcome to the Raj Royale podcast, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. I just had to wait until Nickelback stop playing. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much. I'm going to get sued for that eventually. Bastiat probably will be the lawyer representing the plaintiff in that one.
I represent a lot of bands, but I don't know about Nickelback.
Oh, okay, all right.
Unethical, you know what I mean?
Raj, you take too long to start, man.
Do I really, Slicker? Really, do you think? Hold on, but I got a question for you because, look, I've got a great friend of mine. His name is Mr. Trainwrecks.tv, okay? Great friend of mine. But I love him dearly. But I'm not sure I take as long as he does. Who takes longer? Is it me or Trainwrecks?
You.
Really?
You're both shit.
I don't know, that one we were on fucking Thursday was like the never-ending intro, brothers.
Dude, there were two.
Jesus Christ.
Trainwreck's intro was the longest intro I've ever seen in my life. But I don't know. We're both long intros. I think Trainwrecks might have a longer one. But see, I've got intros too. It's just I don't know. I've got 3 intro. I don't know. It's a toss up. Train has pretty long intros too, but I mean he runs a hell of a show. So I mean the wait is worth it. Just like this show, right, Chad? Huh? Okay, welcome aboard, everybody.
You even laughed at that.
I did. Yes, I did, Cutie. Thank you so much for being here, by the way, Cutie. I see you decorated your room to make it look like you're not a psycho. That's really nice.
I have Slicker's painting, and I have Xavier that I stole from Miss Kip's house.
Wow.
Really?
It's amazing. Wow, that's
Wait, you
awesome.
stole that big thing? What the fuck?
That's all her content.
Stealing from E-Boys. True.
That's very true. Well, folks, welcome to the Raj Royale podcast, sponsored by MVMT. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule, especially Wes. Thank you for taking the time. Appreciate it. I know you're very busy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the rules first, and then we're going to introduce every single one of you onto the show so that everybody can get familiar with you, and then we're going to get started with our topics. All right, so here we go. Let's go over the
Oh my
rules.
god, dude, I cannot wait for the topic. Yes!
Mm.
All these times, dude. All
Yes.
these times I've waited.
I know. Slicker has been waiting all day long. He's really excited about today. Okay, so.
Can we talk about Ali Burl and Izzy Bear?
Yeah. Well, hold on. We're going to get
There's
to
a
that.
rule on this
I
show,
don't.
so like,
I don't.
you can't talk about people who are
Okay.
on the show, so.
Okay, so.
Bring Alibrel back. He was the best supervillain.
Oh my god.
Well,
Wait, this reminds me. Can I say something really quick?
yeah, sure. But
Nope. Shit. Okay, let's do the rotations. 3 easy gens right there. Fucking A, come on, people. Into the basement. Oh, we got one. Bitch. Where are you going? What the fuck? There was actually no one near? Huh. Oh, good DS. Good commit. Good commit. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Are you kidding me? Come here, you. Fucking A. Fucking Dwight, you little bitch. Come here. Where you going, Dwight? Come here, D-Whistle. Good window. fucking pallet. Are you kidding me? Nope. This. Krieger? Nope. Nope, where'd you go? Where the fuck did you go? Oh, what's up? What's up, Claudia? What's up, Claudia? Oh, good. Good BT. Good BT. What's up? You did a bad window. What's up, Bobbas? There's one there, and there's one over here. Let's cover some ground. Come on, I just heard you. Commit. Oh man. Did you break that? Oh, that's a good plan, man. That's a good plan. That is a very good plan. Oh, where's Hatch? Where's Hatch? Oh, you got it. Nice. good one, man. Good one. I'm terrible at this game. Next web. Fuck. Care about fucking spies, dude. Stab study considerably decreases deeply timer for all survivors. Oh. Considerably decrease the deeply timer for all survivors. So, is that frenzy? Nope. Broken and mangled.
Before I go over the rules.
I got a 3-paragraph hate letter from someone who signed off as Richard Lewis. Was it you, Richard? Or was it someone pretending to be you?
I definitely haven't sent you any hate mail.
Alright, cool. Well, now I know. At least I know.
Why
It
would
was 3
Richard send a
paragraphs long.
Why would Richard send a 3-page hate letter to you, Cutie Cinderella?
I don't know. They signed it off as Richard Lewis. I didn't know.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't
Maybe
understand.
it's the guy
Do you
from
want to
Curb
see
Your
the email? It's
Enthusiasm.
insane.
No.
Very common name.
I mean, yeah, Richard Lewis. Yeah, I don't know. It's
I just realized that was you.
Yeah, well,
maybe-
actually,
well,
Richard doesn't
I
remember
like
much from the
Cutie
last
whenever
couple.
we've done this show. So.
Well, Richard was really drunk. After the Scuff podcast, he blacked out and wrote a 3-page hate letter to Cutie Cinderella.
I got to bed before I blacked out. I'll have you know,
Oh,
right? You need talk as well. You were high as a kite.
I was high as a kite. I passed out afterwards. We were both very intoxicated on different substances. Okay,
Cutie?
let's.
Maybe he was being nice. Maybe he was trying to be nice, and you just misunderstood what he was writing.
I don't know. He called me a dirty little slut, but I think you and I have a different interpretation of that. So
That's not shit talking. That's like
it
he's trying to
felt a
flirt
little
with you.
weird.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
that
me.
doesn't seem like the witty riposte that Richard Lewis traditionally.
Yeah.
It was different. It was different. That's for
I
sure.
would use the word harlot, wouldn't I, or something?
Ah.
Something like that, yeah. Okay, so let's go over the rules, okay? We're going over the rules for anybody that might be new here to the Raj Royale podcast sponsored by MVMT. Here we go. This is how it goes. This is how it works, chat. Currently, there are 11, actually 12. Whew, man, we're going to have to do double eliminations. Wes,
I
get your
hate me
dirty feet
first.
off the fucking table. That's disgusting. Are you wearing panties on your feet? Oh, they're slippers. Okay. This is what's going to happen. At the end of each round, when the time ticks to 0 or I make the call, usually it's when I make the call, I will submit a poll into the chat. You guys will vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Repeat it with me, chat. Keep, not kick. The person with the most amount of votes will choose between the two lowest amount of voted people, and that person will be eliminated from the Raj Royale podcast. The last person standing is the winner of the Raj Royale podcast.
And the winner gets an MVMT watch.
Not only an MVMT watch, they get $175 to the MVMT
Oh.
store. Yeah, that's right. So if you win this,
Oh,
which,
perfect.
Can you
Yes.
get a sponsor we can get excited about? Like, can you get sponsored?
I'm
like,
excited.
Oh my god, I'm so
I'm
excited.
excited.
Excuse me,
Bless
Wes.
you, I'm grateful.
Wes, just
I'm
because.
grateful.
Christmas shop.
Okay, just be.
Watches don't fit my man wrists.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wes.
I can't get
They have-
excited
they
about
have clothes.
MVMT.
Yeah,
They have socks,
Wes. I know
Are they
you don't.
diabetes socks? Because they probably don't fit either.
No, Wes.
You could use one of the watches as a cock ring.
Got a lot of angst
Yeah,
today, sir.
Wes, the reason why you don't care about it is because you don't. Never mind. I was gonna be
You
really
don't win.
mean. I was gonna be
You're
really mean.
unfunny.
No.
Unfunny and uninteresting.
Yeah.
Shut
Just
up.
give him one of these bikes.
Okay. Wait. The bikes, the Peloton bikes.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
That's
okay.
also mean. I'm sorry. I
Pretty
used
good sponsor.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Candyland. Happy
Yeah, that was Really
holidays.
too far.
Yeah. Okay. Let's introduce everybody to the stream one by one. Then we'll jump right into topics. Let's start with the top left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us live from his place, Mr. Hassan Piker. Welcome aboard, Mr. Hassan Piker. Welcome aboard.
Mr. Hassan Piker.
What's going on?
What's going on? Meh. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. I wasted the good fucking offering. Fucking game. Oh. Hang on.
On.
What's going on?
I'm here to talk about zero politics.
Okay,
No
yes, that's
politics.
right. In fact,
Fuck
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no politics today, ladies and gentlemen, as per request of the cast today. So,
So
yeah,
is
no
that
politics.
just like a really big yarmulke? What's on your head?
Yeah.
It's a beanie.
Oh,
It's like a skull
It's the
cap.
Tim Pool look.
yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
You look like you're in prison.
I think he looks like Tony from Toy Story.
I think he looks like a
feel
black-headed
I feel
condom.
like I'm in prison.
you feel like you're just a
I'm,
Roger.
sorry, I'm a little hungover. Okay, I'm not.
You know,
I'll
you
pick
need
it up
you
soon.
need
I'm
water
just like
and Advil. Okay. Oh wait,
chugging
Ibuprofen.
cold brew coffee right now.
Yeah, you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, and I'm sure it'll be all right because the next person to your right will probably make it all better. Richard Lewis, welcome aboard. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yep, Richard Lewis, great to be here. Looking forward to the podcast. Great cast today.
Yes.
Well done, Raj.
Yes,
Well
thank you very much, Richard. You should start drinking and get as wasted as you did on the Scuff
done.
Pod.
I am officially not drinking until Christmas, sir.
What? Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, damn it.
Figure it
Gonna
all
take
out.
some time.
Very disappointed. Okay, to the right of Richard Lewis, Mr. Bastiat. This is the first time you've ever been on the Raj Royale podcast. Welcome aboard. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. And it's the holidays, so that means that we're getting close to the purge. Isn't that right, Bastiat?
Oh, now
Guys
what on
about to
earth
get
would make
bodied.
you say that?
I'm
a
just kidding.
neoliberal show.
You just
I'm
look
not
like, I don't know, you look like you're,
conservative.
never mind. Anyway, go on. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Bastian, folks. I'm a neoliberal corporate attorney. I work in the fossil fuel business by day, and for the last few months, I've been streaming on Twitch by night. It's been a lot of fun. We can talk about politics, law, and economics. My preferred candidate in this election, even though this is apparently an apolitical stream today, we'll see how long that lasts since everything is political.
It's not. It's not.
I like Andrew Yang, so yeah, I like talking about all this kind of stuff, and I look forward
Have fun
to
wasting
chatting with
your
everybody
vote.
here.
Wait, you're a
Yeah,
Yank?
you know, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, what would make you say that's a waste of a vote? I mean, this
I don't know,
is
because like
this is a
2% are
wide-
going to vote
guy.
for him.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we can talk about this later, of course. Right now, he's in 5th place, but 4th place candidate
Wow,
he's
in
great.
the
no
last
Bernie.
cycle.
My bad.
In the last
He's
cycle,
no
John
Bernie
Kerry
Sanders,
made it through
so-
to be the nominee. So
Mariah
the idea
Carey
that
waited
this is
to-
already settled.
Oh.
Mariah
say that?
Carey.
Oh, I thought she was.
Anyways,
You
Well,
just
he's
compared John
amazing.
Kerry to Andrew Yang. Like
Yeah.
I like Andrew Yang too, but comparing John Kerry to Andrew Yang is terrible. It's
Yeah, in
not
what
analogous
sense?
in the least bit. Andrew Yang's a dark horse candidate. John Kerry had extensive political history at that point.
Sure. John Kerry
Very
also
smart.
was a man with a very.
And by the way, I
muddled
think Andrew Yang is a
message.
better shot than John Kerry does. Like,
Yeah, well,
but-
no, I mean, so in that sense, like that's the point I'm trying to make, right? Not that like Andrew Yang is the likeliest to win, but that he's got at least as much chance given
no
where we're
politics.
at in the race.
No politics. No
We're not,
politics.
no politics. All right.
Anyway,
No politics.
Raj, it was great. Thanks for the invite. I'm
No
looking forward to
politics.
meeting
No
everybody here today.
politics.
Thank you, Mr. Bastiat. Welcome aboard. My pleasure. To the right of Bastiat, ladies and gentlemen, the Surfs TV. Introduce yourself.
Thank you so
What a
much for
little
having me.
bitch.
I do political comedy on the Twitch, which means I'm probably kind of lower than a mime on the scale of human respectability. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here with all these beautiful people and high-level idea conversations.
Well,
Can
welcome.
you give me a political joke?
A political joke?
Yeah, do you have
Yeah,
it?
I also want to hear.
Okay, political joke.
Andrew Yang.
Wes. Yeah, no, yeah, there you go. There's two. Okay, Wes, you must be John McAfee's mouth because you're full of shit.
Boom!
Okay.
Yeah.
Goes the giant
There you go.
Hey, he was on the. Hey,
Political
that was.
comedy
That,
must be
Who
really
the
hard
fuck's
right now.
John
since
McAfee?
the American
Yeah.
system is beyond parody.
He also, I don't
yeah,
know,
right, Richard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
virus
he came
software
out,
guy.
One at
Yeah,
a time,
there's like
folks.
documentary on him.
Doo-doo.
Apparently, they interviewed like 7 different prostitutes he hired, and every single one said he loves eating feces.
Yeah, he likes to eat doo doo.
That's awesome.
John
He
McAfee does?
He likes to
Oh, he
sit
loves it.
under a hammock that he has specifically designed that has a hole in the butt part where your butt would land. And he likes to hire sex workers to come in, sit on that hammock, and then shit directly into his mouth.
That
was
was
not-
not watched.
That was
Wow.
a documentary.
That's the
that
real,
was like,
that's the
real?
real libertarian.
Go ahead,
Is
boys.
that-
Hold on one
that's
second.
real?
One at a
Man
time.
living
One at,
his best
Is he
life.
trolling?
one at a,
Where-
No,
where
no, no.
can I buy that
John
hammock?
McAfee trolling?
one at a
Who
time,
cares
guys.
what
One at
his
a time.
Sexual pursuits are.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I mean
no,
that's
I'm not
absolutely
king-shaming.
true. I mean, provided he's paying them fair market rate, who's to complain?
Huh?
You see?
And let's be
Real
honest. Do you
libertarians.
really think it's that bad to shit on someone? Nothing happens to you. You literally do.
Oh shit, here we go. What's up? What's up? Oh, you little bitch. There's one hit from the shiny one. Shit. Fuck. What's up? This is a dead end. This is a terrible spot in this level. This is a terrible spot in this level. Ooh, you guys going up top. Gotcha. Come on, Bubby. Oh, come on. I'm terrible at this game. Hey, yo, what up, Kyle? Yo, watch me fail at this game right now. I'm about to get fucking... What the fuck? Where is this build going? Fuck, okay. Amazing. Amazing. Fuck. Get him rocking this sweet legion. Yeah. Yeah. I get out worth 15 now. Be on later? Okay. Where you going, you colorful little bitch? Fucking little bitch. Where'd you go? Come on. Shit. There's a hook right here. Hook right here. Here we go. Come on. Fuck, I gotta break off. Nope. Get stunned. Come to me. Come here. Ah! Ha ha ha. He's so colorful. I like the colors. You got a DS? Fuck. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Put that in regression. Nope. Come on. Come on. Come back. Yes, I have to break the fucking pallet. Bill, why are you trying to hide? I have to stop, break this, follow these scratches. Where you going? Oh, I'm terrible. Fuck you. 'Cause I can't fucking turn left. You are so colorful. You are beautiful. Oh, you're not even wiggling. You're not even putting up a fight. I feel you. Hey, it be like that sometimes on this level, man. Ooh, oh. Hold it now. Hold it now. Fuck. Yo, Bill. I actually need to stop finding you. Oh, howdy, partner. Oh, good pallet, dude. Good pallet, my dude. Good pallet. Ooh, escape. Shit. Where'd you guys go? Body better be up here. Swear to God, if anyone's in this locker. Ooh, what's up? The commitment, I like it. Ooh, good DS, good DS. You guys are really on the team. I like it. Oh, good pallet. There you go. You get some points out of me. I'm not a huge douche. I can chase. Oh, you lost me. Good job. Pallet. Yo, what's up? You guys know I got this fucking shit, dude. Oh, that was a good dead hard. Good dead hard. Let's see. Hook? Hook? Who's got a hook? Shit. You might actually get off. Shit. Hey, if you would have started wiggling, you might have actually got off. What's up? Again. We gotta stop running into each other like this. Where'd you go? Did you run up? Shit. These are some shitty gens for me. Good ones for them. Ooh, you trying. You trying, girl. You trying. Ooh, good dead hard. Nice dead hard. Find that pallet. Find that pallet. Oh, come on. I know, there were no pallets nearby. I know. I know. Fuck Fucking. Hey, you got some points, man. Chill. David. Yes, David. Where are you going, David? Thank you for this pallet you have bestowed upon me. Much love. Very much love. I'm gonna put you right here, just so you can see this. Yo, what's up, baby? I see you. Ooh. Got a piece. Ooh, you got stuck. You got stuck. Ah! Bah! Oh, look, there's that hatch. There it is. I know you wanted it. I know you wanted it. And Kobe or something. Oh, he's taking the struggle points. Get those struggle points, man. Fucking get those struggle points. Hell yeah. Dude, that was huge for me. That was... Oh! Oh my god! Not even a perfect game. Dang! Ugh! Dang. See? What is this? What does this mean? Adrenaline, Dead Hard, Self-Care, Kindred. Hey! What's this mean? Global thing? I don't know. See, dude, you got, like, big dick points, man. You probably pipped, alright? Most of you guys probably pipped. Damn, that is huge. One match? One match? Dude! Damn, dude. Oh. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about this. What is this? Oh shit. Discordance? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Second. Iron grasp. Don't care about that. Oh, so many levels. I love it. Oh, T3 Barbie. T3 Barbie. What's up, Barbie? Oh, T3 Barbie. Oh, I love it. nothing really else. Yeah, there's nothing really else. Damn, dude. That was big dick. Big dick. Fucking all reds, all iridescents? What's up, man? Dude, I gotta get that in there. Fucking screens. Alright. Damn, that was some high octane bullshit right there. That had to have been an inside level. I can't do that shit on a fucking big ass outside level, man. Whew. What?
When Jonathan was only 10 years old, his dad made a suggestion.
My father said, what if you rode your bike to Vermont?
240 miles, 3 days, no adult supervision.
I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
What Jonathan got himself into, and what he still hasn't gotten himself out of, 45 years later. Tap to listen on Spotify.
An interesting creature inhabits the flat, arid plains of many an automobile dashboard, the bobblehead. It's most agreeable and will nod along to anything, despite having no brain function. But when the bobblehead hears how Geico not only saves people money, but also gives them access to licensed agents 24/7 online and over the phone, he'll nod even more vigorously because he knows you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Easy, bobblehead, easy. You're going to get whiplash.
something you do every day, and you're getting paid to do it on someone who's probably ugly and old anyway, that you're probably enjoying doing.
No,
it.
no. John
Wow.
John McAfee's actually hot.
Oh, well, he's
For the record.
okay,
Wait,
but
hold on.
still,
So he's got this business that he shits on people?
No. He's the guy who did the antivirus software, the McAfee antivirus software. He got rich. Flying around the Caribbean. I think.
All right, hold on. Let Bastia talk.
Going
Let
from
him
one
talk.
beach to the next.
Also, he assassinated someone. Allegedly. Let's not forget. Allegedly, he
you know.
assassinated his neighbor for his neighbor killing his dog,
What?
which is
Yeah.
fucking
It's
nuts.
Oh
John
my God.
McAfee's awesome.
Okay.
I mean,
Stuff.
All right. Let's move.
I love this.
Let's move on. We have some introduction.
Fucking put out a hit squad. Like it was crazy.
We have some.
Allegedly.
We have some introductions
funny.
to get to. Let's continue.
That's funny.
Right below Hassan, Irrelevant. Welcome aboard. This is your first time on the Raj Royale podcast. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I am probably most known as being the ex-Hassan mod, Destiny fucking clone, React turned React Andy on Twitch. So yeah, I like political commentary, like everybody fucking, or half the cast here, and philosophy, just normal shit, nothing fucking unique. There it is.
Awesome.
You're like
You know what?
Rim, but not an asshole.
Thank you.
Listen, I've had a lot of conversations with Rem. Listen, hey, we have our disagreements, and yeah, I'd say so.
Well, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you. To the right of Irrelevant, Cutie Cinderella.
Hi.
Hi, cutie.
Oh, my voice cracked.
Welcome aboard. Thank you for being
thanks.
here.
I'm really excited. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be here. I know you replaced me with Minx the past few weeks, which is fine.
Yeah.
I just didn't know she was better than me, but I guess she is. So.
Yeah.
Didn't
Thanks
she
for
win
letting
like
me know.
Well, Minx, we had to take Minx out of the cast.
Win back to back against
Yes.
Can we talk about how Raj wants to fuck her?
No, okay, Casey, that's not a topic we're going to cover today, okay? I know you're really interested in it, but that's not true. I do
I
not
wanna
want to fuck
see.
Minx. Okay.
I want to watch.
Why don't you want to fuck Minx?
She looks like
Fair
a
question.
gremlin. That's why you don't
That's
want
not
to
she's
fuck her.
super, super
dare you.
attractive. Stop
Minx
it.
is my queen.
Okay, can we stop lying to people?
No, I am not lying.
Okay, come on.
Hey,
Have you
let's
seen
go.
her
There's no
recent
shame
pictures?
in respectfully expressed human sexuality, is there?
Yeah, Vest, have you seen her recent pictures on Twitter?
Yeah, I see
Twitter?
a whole bunch of editing and a whole bunch of angle work. Okay.
No, she's so
Her
attractive.
face
What the
looks like
fuck?
it was squashed. Okay, it pisses me off, and I want to fight Minx. Metaphorically.
Jesus Christ. Well,
Don't say
you
her
know,
name too many times. She might appear, okay? You don't want to say it. So if you say Minx too many times, she might appear. Okay, let's
Raj
move
Raj is low-key excited. He's like, oh my god, she might appear. I hope that doesn't happen. Oh god, Minx, where are you? Oh,
He's
no.
DMing her. He's like, Minx, get in here.
All right,
Yeah, they're talking shite, Minx.
Hey, by popular demand, it sounds like, huh?
to the right of Cutie Cinderella, Wes, by the way, welcome aboard the Raj Royale podcast. Go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Ooh woo! Any cuties? I
Oh.
snuzzle wuzzle your bulgy wolgy.
Please stop.
What?
I'm here to pander to
Fucking hate you, Wes. You
furries
make me
and
feel physically
weebs.
ill.
Oh, no.
I like furries.
Oh,
No,
Wes,
you're
this
not.
is-
Yeah, yeah.
Sticking up for them.
Wes, this is like arguably worse than when you were trying to be like more reactionary.
No.
this one pisses off the entire cast.
No, this is straight up degeneracy. You need to stop.
This is degeneracy. This is a man sticking up for an often discriminated against minority.
Go back to the other one where you were LARPing as a reactionary instead. I think.
No, Wes, that's enough. That is enough. I am creating a new rule, and that's part of the rules. Wes, put your furry feet down. All right, to the
Replace Wes with Minx.
to the right
Solidarity with furry West, right here.
to the right of to the right
Fuck
of.
off, I'm not done, cunt.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I didn't know. I thought you were.
Wes, I'm a professional political grifter.
Is the best.
Okay, now
So like everyone else on this panel.
Yes.
today.
Yeah. I'm just the only one who admits it.
You have any thoughts on which candidates have the best chance of securing the furry vote?
What the fuck's a candidate?
Okay. All right.
This is off to a great start.
Okay, thank you, Wes. Appreciate it. To the right of Wes, by the way, for joining us for the first time ever, Zintani. Welcome aboard. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Zintani. I've been streaming for 9 years. I've been banned 7 times.
What?
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, and I'm
Weird
excited
thing
to
to
be
brag
here.
about.
Why have you
excited-
been banned for
What?
7 times?
My memes are too spicy.
I accidentally showed my coochie.
No.
No, that doesn't get you banned.
Is it what you said? Is it what you said to get banned, or is it what you did?
I mean, I did a paper airplane tutorial in 2014 that I got banned for.
Oh, I think I know what you did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was in September.
Oh, okay. Oh my. Well, September's a tough month for a couple of people here.
Intellectual, I see.
Wow, I wonder. Were you on Fox News?
Why were you banned?
All right. Interesting.
She threw a paper airplane at 2 towers.
Okay, Wes, of course. Why'd you have to say it? We didn't even have to. All right.
It was like 7 years ago. It's
Okay. All right.
Interesting.
Ronnie, can you say my name is Boxy?
No.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
A girl named Boxy from the internet way back.
Bottom left-hand corner, welcoming to the show, Casey Tron. Hello.
Hi, my name is Casey Tron. I'm a streamer on Twitch TV. I've been streaming on this website for several years. I've never been banned.
Have you really not been banned before?
Ever?
I've never been banned.
Really?
A lot of dicks, so she doesn't get banned.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, that's proof that not only the hot girls don't get banned.
Damn, I had no idea.
You're super hot. Bess, you're so mean.
Wow.
Yeah, Bess.
It's true.
Okay, hold on.
You really think the Twitch staff wouldn't want my nudes, Wes?
It'd be like a velvet paint.
How's your bathwater business going? How's your bathwater business going, Casey? By the way.
Oh, it's booming. I'm actually on back order through Christmas.
How much are you selling it for?
Just take another bath.
$50 a vial.
Wait, why don't you just why don't you just take another? How many orders do you have?
Thousands, honestly. It's just hard to keep up with.
Why don't you just take another bath?
And then I have
He
some
doesn't bathe that
specific
much.
orders. I have some specific orders. Some people want specific scents.
Oh.
I can, like mix up the scents and
Like you piss
I
in the
like to
bath?
make sure that I like to make sure that my bath is like marinated well, like I like to see some discoloration in the water. People want bath water that they know has been sat in.
Casey Tron, I get that you're fat, but you're not a steak. You don't really marinate.
Well, you know what I mean? It's like it's
trying
like
to drive
tea.
demand with the short supply, right?
Yeah, and no, I do not urinate in my bath water.
It's absolutely genius.
But would you for the right price?
No, I draw the line there. I know there are some who do, but I'm not one of them.
It
But you
wasn't for
can
me.
get that.
It's
Okay.
for a friend. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, to the right of Casey Tron, you have to have your camera on. Lycan, you have to have your camera.
Little technical difficulties.
Oh man.
Oh, God. Hi, folks. My name is Lycan, and do you hear that?
Oh no.
That's Santa's bells ring, and Raja got gifts for the people.
Oh, okay. Let's see what you got there, Lycan.
I got some gifts. Candyland. You like yolks, right? I got
Yes.
A little yolk for you right there. How about that? That's so nice, isn't it? Oh, cutie Cinderella. Hey, my king of the hill, right? Queen of the hill. Yeah, you voted for me. Thank you for making me champion.
I wish I hadn't.
I'll give you some flowers. Yeah, how is that? That's real.
Flowers. It's actually
I don't
pretty
get
nice.
this
Oh,
bit.
man.
Woefully uninformed.
Casey Tron, let me tell you,
You got me something?
I got some milk, so put tits
Oh,
away,
yeah.
huh? Squad W. Oh, Hassan, I know you, Hassan. You we go way back. Hey, I got a call from your mom about some socks, Hassan. You know what I'm talking about? I got your socks right here, Hassan. What's this doo-doo on the socks?
Oh, Jesus.
What
You
is
shit
this?
on the socks?
What is this?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Is that real?
Okay.
Right there. It serves. Hey, I know you left us like the pivot, so I got me a hammer and some nails to keep you in fucking line. I'll nail you down and you're not turning anywhere. Oh,
I was hoping you'd bring me a sign, man.
All these leftists. Yeah. Well, you guys like to fucking give people some bread. Well, I got some fucking bread for you, fucks. Listen here, buddy. 50 million people killed. Do you remember? Which farm remembers, huh? We're gonna fuck some shit up tonight.
Woo! Yeah! All right!
Let's fucking go!
All right! Yes!
Wait,
All right!
Click or anything? Is that because he's not partner?
That was That was awesome. Thank you so much. Lycan, that was
Lycan's intervention.
Lycan, that was
why we're here?
Lycan, that was the worst intro I've ever seen. Thank you.
I know, that was awful. I didn't even laugh, and I'm high as fuck.
Lycan, that was...
I literally did like 2 edibles.
Thank you,
today. I didn't
Lycan.
even laugh.
That was terrible. But thank you very much for being here. That was awesome. Thank you.
for effort.
We look at... I do appreciate it. At least he prepared quite a bit for it, which is very exciting. Okay, that's very nice of you, Lycan, to... prepare for that. Give it up for him. A round of applause from the cast. Come on.
I've never
Royale now.
experienced weaponized cringe before.
Mink's gonna have his spot back. I'll go.
That was like
Weaponized
fucking
cringe.
a nuclear bomb of cringe.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Whoa,
Not
come on,
Lycan.
dude.
All right, now come on. Stop eating the shit.
Dude, NA fucking humor right here.
Okay.
NA humor, dude. I don't
TOS?
fucking blame him.
No, it's not actual shit. It's
Is
Nutella.
that a poster of Tupac?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you get that in the U.S.?
To the right of Lycan, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to the Raj Royale podcast for the first time in the history of the show, Mr. 0161 Slicker. Welcome
Dude,
aboard.
it's a pleasure to be on the show. First time ever.
Yep.
Shout out to Tupac. Casey
Yep.
Tron just mentioned him. Idol OG. You get me? And I'm the only OG on the show. Okay.
Yep.
These people, dude, you got fucking fake fucking people on the show, just like that fucking person that can't get out of his chair, Wes. Okay.
Yeah.
How
I'm
long
like,
have I known you,
fucking-
Slicker?
Shut
I've been
the
on Raj
fuck
show as
up,
long
dude.
as you have.
Shut up,
Who are
dude.
you
You know,
calling-
dude,
you're an OG?
I'm saying, listen, you know, dude, original gangster, okay? And all I'm saying is this,
You're
okay?
4'6".
I do not want. I listen. I do not want to cause drama, okay? But I just had to pinpoint it, okay?
The only
And
time you're a
Hassan needs
gangster is at a kindergarten.
Hassan needs someone to compete against, so I'm here.
All
right.
Wow.
What a weak meme, like
I
calling
wish
Wes
we had
fake.
Destiny and
I mean, Wes is a lot of things, but
Who's saying this?
definitely
Who's saying
all
this?
hanging out all
Dude,
natural.
dude, why are you wearing something something? How do you say that? Format?
Formal.
For what?
Formal.
Man, you get me? I never
Well,
educated
what is a
myself.
jacket
Skip,
and
still
tie?
like OG.
It
Listen,
might be alien to you, but it's not all. It's really not
Okay,
all that much.
okay. Let me tell you this. So you're one of those dickheads that when you walk on the streets and you see someone wearing
Dickheads,
tracksuit.
excuse me, they're called job
Listen here, you scruff. Okay, listen. You're one. Let me say something. You are one of those people where when you.
Fucking screw.
Let him finish. Let Slicker finish.
0161, bro.
Let Slicker finish.
I honest to God, I hate people like him, okay? When I went to London, there was 3 twats wearing suits, okay? And they all looked at me because I was wearing pajamas. Okay, not pajamas, tracksuits, you get me? Man, I walk like an OG look. Let me represent something in the US that people
You
don't know what
hate
this is
me?
called.
We just met and you already hate me? Don't you
Look at
feel like
this.
that might be a reflection on you rather than me, my friend?
Nike tracksuit bottoms,
My
Tupac
God.
t-shirt, Adidas tracksuit track.
We get
So,
it,
Slicker,
Slicker,
I'm
you're
just gonna say, last time I
You're-
saw
you're
someone
OG.
dressed like that in
You
the
got
UK, they were
got
asking for fucking change.
That's what brings people chat.
Let me say this, okay? Let me say this.
Crip walk for him, dude. Do it.
No, dude, listen. What crip walk on this guy is a waste of time. But listen to this. 3 guys
Wait,
looked at me.
crip walk? What is a crip walk? What is
Shut
that?
up, you
You're dropping this language here. I want to know what you mean. What is a crip walk?
I can't say he's stupid, he's got books. Well, you are stupid for reading books. You got books, that's fine, but you
What's
He's
your problem with
right.
books?
waste
I mean, you either read them one time
Books
or
are a
you
waste
read
of
them.
time.
Listen to
You
this.
can't fucking read.
There's other ways to
What do you
educate
mean I can't read? Of
yourselves.
course I can read. I read Assassin's Creed, I read Dan Brown, I've said this so many times.
You read a game.
Slicker, I watch you.
I read, listen,
Reading along the subtitles to read them like you're in third
I
grade.
read subtitles, so they're all the same.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, good job, Raj. Okay, anyway, listen. Like I said, people like you, they look at people that wear like scruffy clothes and think we're not successful. Am I right? Look at this guy
Slicker,
cleaning his beard.
You know, to the extent that the way I feel makes a difference.
Combing his
it has nothing
hair.
to do with the way you look. And so far, it's all about all the nonsense you said already.
So you wish
One
you
thing I
had
said that was
hair.
nonsense. Anyone gonna defend me here? Is anyone gonna defend me? Or
You're
is this
coming
gonna...
out. You're coming
I'll
out
defend.
swinging at phantoms. Man.
Okay, so listen. So, Mr. Successful, you have
He's
come on.
well
is he-
within his right.
Is this guy partnered?
Slicker
by the
is
way?
well within his fucking right. Do you know who you are? Coming
he
up on
partnered?
him like
Am I allowed to
that?
say shit? Am I allowed to
He's
say
not
shit at this guy?
partnered.
He's not partnered.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this
go
guy.
off.
So this guy, let me tell you this, okay?
Go off.
let me
Go
say
on.
something. As you can see, do you guys know what this image is?
Someone with
Arab
like an
vision,
eye.
alright?
issue.
Something that even Turkish vision has been disabled, okay? I'm gonna say this. This guy has come on this show to show as if this guy is very intellectual, can compete against other people, try to make it in the final rounds. Sir, no, okay? You are going to remain as a little bitch, okay? You're gonna remain as Richard's bitch. Other people's bitch. Don't come here thinking...
Dude, it's like I went to pee and you're still going after him.
So generally, when you introduce someone's
listen,
bitch, they
listen,
give them
what-
to me.
what-
It's not
tell me
low
what's-
energy
tell me-
right now.
Tell me
alright?
what does
Look,
2
I mean,
times
if you
2
don't like
equal?
those jet bus shoes,
fine.
Varsity
But
types, varsity types.
I don't get the hostility, man.
I'm gonna give you this. Okay, you think
You got a problem with the
look like
Christmas
an
tree?
op,
Raj,
Josh.
is this his introduction? Raj, is this his introduction? Whose time is it?
It's your time right now. You're doing your intro.
All right, go.
Okay, so
Finish taking
okay,
your own,
listen.
you know,
What grades did you get in school?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just gonna no. Listen. I'm just gonna say it.
Hey, I
okay?
was on the honor roll, all right, at a very prestigious middle school. Okay.
I don't even know
and
what
I got a
middle
bumper
school.
sticker on the back of my dad's car to prove it. Okay. So,
I'm done, dude. I'm done.
All right,
Okay.
Slicker, welcome aboard the show, everybody. Welcome 0161. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the wonderful, the beautiful, the Candyland. Welcome, Candyland, to the show.
Thank you so much, Raj, and hello, everybody. I am Candyland. My favorite political character or participant is Elon Musk. He's super hot, super funny, and he has really good ideas.
Yeah.
So I hope he wins this year. And I'm also a little hungover today, but I'm super excited to be here.
You're hungover. Why? What'd you do last night?
She was with Hassan.
What?
No.
Oh my God!
We got it with first topic.
Were you in Los Angeles last night?
Nice.
Yeah, we had
No, both
sexual
hungover.
intercourse.
No,
Where is Candyland?
Candyland.
I'm home.
She's in.
But I
the-
was.
Dogs.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm home, but wait. What do you mean?
Did you sleep with Hassan last night, Candyland? Yes or no?
No, I didn't.
Okay, all right.
Hassan is not my type.
Ooh, okay.
Son is everyone's type.
Yeah,
He's
you
mine.
kidding
No,
me?
it's not my type.
Listen, it's
I
fine.
get
Should-
intimidated.
Did you come on the show and say love to Hassan?
No, she
No, I
said
didn't.
host.
I said host.
Yeah, she said host.
What?
Yeah, I know. Shocking.
That's
Sam was
weird.
sat in the celebrity green room. He didn't mix.
Hassan is systematically fucking all the girls on Twitch. It's just a matter of time until he gets your favorite e-girl. Alright? You can't stop it. It's gonna happen. Deal with it. That's all.
With us before the show, so there was no interaction. He just kinda
The
did
celebrity
lots of
green room, the pre-show room. Okay.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much. Welcome everybody to the Raj Royale podcast. Everybody say hello to everybody. Yes, wave, wave, wave. Yes. Okay, welcome aboard. The first topic that we're gonna run over today. It's gonna be very exciting. Has everybody familiarized themselves with the Peloton bike commercial? Has everybody familiarize themselves?
Yeah, this shit's fucking stupid.
Okay,
But
hold on.
listen.
So hold on. Give me a second. Let's show the commercial first off. We'll show the commercial on the stream, okay? Just in case anybody's is not familiar with it, you can tune into my Twitch stream right now to watch the Peloton bike commercial. Okay, we're gonna watch it together. Okay, and then we are going to have a debate about it. Here we go. Here is the Peloton bike commercial. 1 second.
Okay, you ready?
Now. A Peloton? Give it up for our first time ride. All right, first ride. I'm a little nervous, but excited. Let's do this. 5 days in a row. You surprised? I am.
6 a.m. Yay.
Rising with the sun. That was totally worth it. Let's go, Grace.
This is not an ad, by the way. I mean, it is, but it's not. I'm not paid to do this.
I didn't realize how much this would change me. Thank you.
This holiday, give the gift of Peloton.
So, that was the ad. Hold on, let's see. Let me know when you guys are done watching the ad, okay? Oh.
People are gonna be streaming this.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Let me know. All right. It's not an ad that I was paid to show you, okay? I just want to make that very clear. I am sponsored. I'm not sponsored by Peloton, okay? Did everybody?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, dude.
Did everybody?
You talked over half of it, you piece of shit.
Did everybody miss? Did you guys miss it? Okay.
I think
Yeah,
you get
I
the
don't
gist
see what
of
I'm
it, seeing the
missing.
look on her face.
Okay, did you see? Okay, you saw the ad. Okay, so this ad. Hold on. This ad.
I missed it.
This ad. Okay, you're question marking, right? This ad is causing a huge amount of outrage. Okay, there's a tremendous amount of outrage. People are losing their minds, okay? So the ad is, as you said, it's titled The Gift That Gives Back, and it features a slim and healthy-looking woman receiving a Peloton exercise bike as a gift from her husband. She then uses it for 1 year and exclaims how thankful she is. So some people have argued that the ad tells the story of a controlling husband that wants his wife to stay thin or lose some extra pounds in spite of her already petite body types.
No,
okay.
You know what it tells the
Hold on.
story of?
All right.
I agree.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Me and Hassan, as the SJWs on this panel, agree it is offensive.
Okay, no. One at a time. Hold on 1 second. Let's start with Wes. Go ahead, Wes.
Imagine if she wasn't in shape.
Go ahead.
And that commercial.
It just tells the story of a bunch of pissed off fat SJWs. That's all it says.
Exactly, and I have
one at a time. Hold on, Casey.
It's offensive.
Casey, let Wes finish.
It tells the story.
Hold on.
Let Wes finish. Wes.
Stationary bike.
Base the at. Wait,
Okay,
let
she
Wes
wasn't
finish.
fat when she got the bike. I get it if it's like, hey, you're a whale and now you're no longer a whale. But she was like already hot and then she wanted to work out. What they're doing is they're making an emotional appeal. They're like, oh, it's Christmas. The best gift is a fucking bike. There's no political agenda here, and there's the reason to get mad about it is nothing at all. Like what?
The only reason to get mad at this ad is that they're making it seem like getting a fucking $3,000 bike is actually a good gift when it's not.
Oh my god, it's like
one at a time.
I know, right? Like it?
Like,
Holy shit.
Hold on.
Here's the thing.
Go like
Here's
it.
the real interpretation of this fucking situation, right? The person gets a bike. We know people who are skinny fat. We know people who don't do anything fucking active. If you are not an active person, you get a way to make it easy. You have the subscription that comes with it, so you actually have someone doing the instructions, which has shown a lot of people need
bro,
that
how
to
much
keep
did
going.
How much did Peloton pay you? Like,
It
and what the
doesn't-
fuck?
No, because this is a logical fucking interpretation, Hassan. You
Holy
fucking
shit, it's a bad
you
lesson.
do a year of working out and you have it easy and convenient in your house. I'm sorry, like everyone got pissed off for no fucking reason whatsoever.
Wait, do you have the Peloton stuff,
Here's the
man?
thing about these kind of commercials. Right now, we're watching woke advertising. So you got Gillette being woke, you got Nike being woke. So it's kind of funny that they did something and it's been taken the entirely different way. Like they should have just shown her working in a sweatshop, making.
I think we should
That would've been a
all.
way better commercial.
God.
Oh Jesus! I think
Oh my god.
if we're upset about anything, we should be upset about the fact that that bitch is Instagramming all of her workouts. Like that's excessive. I think we should. Be angry
Is
about
there?
that.
Maybe they did it
It's a
on
frustration
purpose.
with it. I mean, what's wrong with somebody who wants to buy a bike to improve their standard of living by having an easier way to exercise? I mean, a Peloton bike, it's a good deal. It's not even $3,000. Apparently,
If she wants to buy the bike for
No,
herself, I think it would be fine. But because
Is
her
it total-
boyfriend
is it
or
total-
husband or whoever is doing it, it's obvious that he's trying to make her look how he thinks that she should look.
Is that
necessary?
If my boyfriend
Hold on, let
did that
Casey
to
finish.
me-
Let Casey
if my
finish.
boyfriend did
Let
that
Casey
to
finish.
me,
Bastiat, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Lose it.
Keep running.
I would.
Okay,
lose it.
listen. Hey. Very quickly, I need to point something out here as the designated SJW. The only people that are like actually outraged at this on the left are people who are fake outraged at this, like Casey Tron.
No, I am fucking outraged, Hassan. Do not
Okay,
speak
yeah,
for me.
yeah,
You
fake
don't know what
outrage,
it's
like I
like
said.
being a bigger woman and constantly having society tell me what I should look like, and then they're saying that my boyfriend should buy me a fucking exercise bike.
Okay, why are people ignoring?
Listen,
the
like
fact
if
that
that
it's
had happened, if it had been a fat person and the same situation, but then a fat to thin, like that
That's
would've
even
been
worse. That's even worse. That's even worse. How do you know
Go-
that she's
go ahead.
not happy how she is?
Hold on, thank you, Casey. Richard,
This
go
is
ahead.
also
Richard, go ahead.
massive.
Rich, hold on.
She doesn't
Richard.
look happy in the end product, okay? That's the funny part about this ad is that she looks fucking absolutely mortified the
Yeah, but
entire
he's fucking
time.
the husband. I don't see the
After a
husband
workout.
smiling in the corner. He's not like
The
jerking off in
only
the corner.
the
drinking
reason they
dinner.
don't use a fat person as the before is because they're trying to create an aspirational element at the start of the commercial, right? So I can't. If nobody wants to identify with what they are, that's the problem with advertising in a nutshell. So that's why they did that. I think the outrage is fake as fuck. I think it's astroturfed. I can't imagine anyone being. This is just basic advertising. By the way, it looks like absolute.
Okay, hold on.
Richard Lewis.
Hold on, go ahead,
Richard
Hassan.
Lewis, and I do think that there is like this new element of cultivated outrage that marketers absolutely utilize, where they know that the right or people who are even in the center or whatever, or people who are just like unaware of what's going on, will respond to this and be like, why the fuck are people outraged? This is fucking insane. Shut the fuck up. And that creates organic marketing for the ad. I mean, for the company. And I think a lot
almost
of
think though, like what maybe they did take some cues, because if you remember the Gillette commercial and everyone was outraged about that and talking about woke capitalism and stuff, I wonder if some of these big companies have seen the kind of traffic you get off this
it's organic.
outrage. And then they come in and they astroturf the shit out of it because none of it felt real. I was looking at accounts that were supposedly outraged about this. Zero credentials. Like they're not important people, but they were retweeted and liked like tens of thousands of times. It fucking reeked.
Do you think Peloton is behind this? Is that what you're saying? Like,
Oh.
I can't look at a conspiracy.
No. Peloton
Okay,
directly, but
let me
they'll work
say
with
this.
an advertising firm, right? And we all know that in politics and advertising and marketing, there is this thing where they create fake grassroots movements. So that was happening back in 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And now I think fake outrage is almost a good driver of traffic, perhaps better than just
Yeah.
creating
I agree with you,
accounts that
Richard,
give
but I
fake
don't
know
think
what?
this
I
was
think-
it.
So
because
how much were you
this
paid?
was-
hold on one second. One second. One at a time. Let's get Bastiat in here. He hasn't had a
No,
chance.
I mean, no, I absolutely,
Oh,
I absolutely agree. I think I don't think that that's always the case. The companies are always doing this intentionally, but absolutely sometimes that's part of it. And it's kind of sad how easy it is really to gin up this kind of outrage. You know, I mean,
I agree.
I feel like sometimes an ad to sell a bike is just an ad to sell a bike. You know?
Yeah,
That's
the
what
only
this is.
reason people are
Go ahead,
freaking out
Wes.
about
Wes.
that-
You have to go.
Wes,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
this message was nowhere near as charged to say that Gillette commercial. I mean, which was deliberately yanking on
The
cheese.
only reason
You know?
people are pissed out about this is because people are obese and don't want to admit it, and they want to be fucking mad about it. These types of Christmas commercials have been a thing for 100 fucking years. You tie Christmas and love to a product, and they open it and they're super happy with it. This is nothing new. They didn't do anything like under the scenes here to make people pissed off or anything. It's just they played the most basic Christmas ad in the book. And then people
Yeah,
are mad because, oh, it happens to be about not
Imagine
being
the
about
ad had Wes or somebody who looked like Wes instead of a hot woman. That would be funny.
But you know
Yeah,
what? Who are
Guardian-
targeting?
And then none of them would say.
Hold on.
Squat.
One at a time.
I have
Candyland.
information on this.
Yes.
And then
so
Hassan.
I think that the people that they are targeting in this ad is like stay-at-home woman, like woman who wants the bike, and they were gonna go to their husbands and be like, "Can I get this for Christmas? It's a good idea, right? They want to look hot." I think that's like the target audience, and everybody else they can just like be quiet.
Do you think that's okay though, Candyland? Do you think that that's like
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would
Does
want
she
one
think that marketing is okay? That
I
advertising
can't
is
wait
okay?
to beg
Yeah,
my
I
What are
mom
you
for a
asking, Raj?
workout by
No, I think advertising is a
have that
sin.
idea.
Well, these
Of course.
dude, hold on. These people, Wes, I'm outraged at the fact that people were even outraged, to be honest. But I was just asking.
Exactly.
You're probably gonna
I'm
find out.
outraged that you're surprised
You
that
guys
we're
are
outraged.
You're assuming that this chick didn't ask for it, right? No, you guys are assuming that she didn't
what?
say, "Hey, honey,
She was so
this has been
happy
out
to
for a
get
year
it.
and a half."
Well, no,
2
like, and I
years."
don't think
Well,
anybody's
like, did you
disagreeing.
see what she was wearing? She was definitely asking for it.
Okay, all right, Wes. Wes. What he meant was she was wearing athletic gear, which implies she wanted something to
Yes,
bicycle
that
on.
was the joke, Ross.
Yes.
Thank you for ruining it.
Just want to
immediately.
make sure I
Bro, the
ruined
audio
it so I don't
levels
get
are so
banned, Wes.
fucked, Raj.
What?
Raj.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your
Hassan.
audio levels are terrible. You're really low. I can't even hear you half the fucking time.
Really?
Liking is super high. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Wait, can you hear me? Let me turn up my.
You barely. I can barely fucking hear you.
Really? Well, turn me up. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
I can hear you just fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
you're
can?
fine.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
my mic volume.
Sucks.
Turn me up then, Hassan. You probably
Why
turn
the
me
fuck
down.
is liking so loud? I don't understand.
The
Anyway,
like and
whatever.
keep his mic's really fucked up. All sorts of fucked up. Anyways, let's continue. Hassan, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that apparently, according to the Guardian, and hey, listen, you might not want to trust the Guardian, and I totally understand that. Peloton lost $1.5 billion in value over dystopian, sexist exercise bike ad. Shares backlash for the Christmas advert.
They did take
Go ahead, Richard.
Hassan, but what's interesting is I think that was true of Nike when they brought Kaepernick on as a brand sponsor, but then they made up for it in like sales, and then they announced that, and then the stock goes back up. I was talking about this before we came live, so I imagine it'll have a similar knock-on effect. Like Peloton was like kind of a thing that only like fitness people really talked about a lot. This definitely brought it over into the mainstream and exposed the product to a bunch of people that wouldn't ordinarily be talking about it.
How it works is when there's immediate outrage, of course it's going to go down. But then once people react to the outrage adversely, that's when it goes back up. Like that's just
It's
the
gonna
natural
be
flow.
everybody knows about Peloton now.
And it's the product itself. So Nike sells shoes, and the price point is much lower. So like, and they make good quality products, despite the fact that they're made in labor. I mean, despite the fact that they're made in sweatshops, whatever. Obviously, no one cares. But unfortunately, but Peloton is like a $2,000 product that has a target audience of like already upper middle class, wealthy, like liberal elites, I guess, to some extent. It's like they're trying to sell a lifestyle. So maybe those people don't respond positively to that, because I don't think any fucking like reactionary people who are outraged by the fact that like the left was upset over this ad is gonna go out and be like, I'm gonna buy a Peloton for myself and my wife now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little more expensive than destroying your
Very
coffee
smart.
maker or your cooler, right?
And ironically, all the people who are getting mad at this are like poor SJWs who can't afford one anyways. Please shut the fuck up. Like, even if you wanted a bike, you couldn't buy this one, dude.
Did you hear though that
Do you
apparently the
want a bike,
actress who
Lex?
was in the
I
ad-
don't.
Hold on, go ahead, Surf. Surf, go ahead. Surf, go ahead.
Exercise is evil.
Surf.
It's not natural.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did everyone hear that the actress who was in that commercial said that it was her eyebrows that was the reason everyone's upset? So
Wait,
I don't know
really?
if, like,
What?
they call it like the Amelia Clark effect or something, because she's got those kind of like, you know.
Amelia
adorable
Clark's
emoji.
eyebrows. God, I miss her.
Yeah, they look like an emoji.
She's still alive, Wes.
So is there hold on, I'm gonna trigger some people. I'm gonna trigger somebody with this question. Is there a problem not wanting your wife to become fat?
Not wanting?
No, that's not a problem. You know what? Every relationship I've had, I always told the guy, like, please tell me if you think I'm getting fat. I want to know so I can work on my body.
Okay, let me ask then.
You
for
want
every
your
guy here who's
spouse
been in
to
a
live a
relationship
long time.
Who has actually? I think every guy here has been told that. So I want to know from the guys who has
I've never
actually
been told
done
I'm
that.
fat.
And what, no,
Okay,
who has
Alright.
told their significant other they've gained weight?
Me.
No.
I have. How'd it go for you, Flicker?
It was annoying. Dude, Fatima kept eating, dude. Keaton. Bro, I said to her, stop eating. And she said, أقول لك أفوت الكرسي بعرق. أيها كلبة يا زمالة. So, I mean, it was annoying. At the end of the day,
She said that.
If you're with a reasonable
Really?
person,
Wait,
that's
what
a
did
totally
she say
reasonable
again?
conversation to have, you know?
Who the fuck said
So,
that?
so Lycan, how did it go? You told your significant other that they were bigger, and what happened?
So she made a change, but for about a week, she said, "I can't fucking believe you actually told me that." But then she made a change and lost 10 pounds. She, you know.
Do you think if your significant hold on,
you're a disgusting person.
if your
I'm
significant
so
other
mad.
if your significant other was overweight, this could be a panel question. If your significant other was overweight, would you tell them or no?
I think there's a like sensitive way to handle the
Yeah.
issue, right?
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
like,
there are
what you
definitely
can
ways
go ahead,
to handle
Rick,
it that are
say-
Hold on,
terrible,
go ahead,
but that's
Richard.
a reasonable thing to
Instead of
have.
Richard.
saying like, oh, you know, you've gained weight and it might be like a sensitive issue for them, you can say like, oh, I'm thinking about going on a diet because I've gained a few pounds. Do you want to join in as well? We could do it together, make it an activity.
No.
Oh
you
yeah.
just-
There's
Hold on, go ahead, Wes. Wes.
Like, I think
You
the
just
principle's
fucking
fine.
oink at them every time they walk in a room.
Jesus
and they get the
Christ.
fucking message.
Oh my god, man.
Forever alone.
Wes, obviously fat shaming doesn't work, bro. Look at
Yeah,
yourself.
No one
It
shames me.
but it's
That's the
actually
worst.
right.
They
I'd
come
like
here,
to-
it's like, you're
There's been
happy,
studies
do what
that
you want.
fat
I was like,
shaming doesn't work.
Are you still pro
Shane
fat
is really
shaming?
good motivator.
Wes, are you still pro fat shaming?
I mean, not really. It doesn't bother me, but I get that it bothers other people. But I like the only reason I'm not pro fat shaming is it doesn't work from what people have told me. So
You
No,
know,
it just
like,
makes someone feel
everyone's
like
kind of
people-
pointless, right?
Like, I feel like
But
if people...
if you were to ask if I was pro fat shaming, then I would have to say, yeah, I'm pro bullying or whatever. Like, yeah, people deserve to get fucking made feel like shit all the time. Like, no, not really.
Do you feel like shame ever is a worthwhile motivator?
Yeah, it works sometimes.
Like in anything?
In a
life, or do you
relationship,
feel like...
I think it worked. Like, imagine two attractive people get married, and then one balloons up, becomes a goddamn beluga. Like, you're ashamed that your husband or your wife is attractive, and you're a fucking grotesque being. That shame can motivate you to not be.
Don't you think that shame usually just kind of makes people feel bad,
Usually.
makes them
You
want
said,
to
"Is
like
it ever?"
want to resort to easy
Bossy, why did you
sounds
just
rather than?
contradict your question? You said, "Is it ever?" And I said, "Yes, sometimes." You said, "Usually." You didn't say always. I said, "Yes, sometimes." I don't think it's a majority or it's like a common.
Okay, well,
thing.
do you think it's typically? Do you think it's typically a good motivator?
No. I don't think it's like usually a good thing. No.
Can I clarify?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they're in a. If
I just want to
Me?
say, like, I didn't sit across the table from her and say, "Hey, listen, cunt, you're getting real fat." Like,
I feel like if you're in a
it
relationship,
was not that.
Let Lycan finish. Okay, it was what? What did you do? How did you
Oh,
approach
it was just, I mean, no, I didn't do the tactful thing Richard did, which was like, hey, maybe we should go to the gym. I was just straightforward, like, hey, you told me to tell you. I think it's starting to notice, and I looked at it the same way I did. Like, if I start to get it, I want to catch it early because I've let myself balloon 30 pounds over, and it's a lot harder to come back from. So it's like,
And has she done that to you? Has she told you that?
yeah,
you're
no,
fat
she did it to me too. Yeah, like a couple years later, like
How
I
did you
started
feel when that
like
happened in the other direction?
Actually,
it was like, fuck, thanks for telling me. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
mean-
mean, going to the gym.
Go ahead, Zantani. Hold on, one second.
Wait. Who here disagrees with this take? Because by the way, I was just memeing when I was fucking making fun of Lycan. Like, I think it's reasonable.
If you're in a healthy relationship, that's just part of communication.
Does anybody disagree with this?
You gotta take that direct approach.
And just indulge.
I think
you
it
know?
depends on how long you've been dating. I
Yeah.
used to be 200 pounds, and a guy I was dating for 3 months was like, let's start taking the stairs. So we didn't, but it's still like, it was kind
What's wrong with that?
That was a lot less subtle than
So,
my
Tony, he started dating you when you were fucking fat. Now he wants you to not be fat. That's not really bad.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think it's
it's a
worse if like.
So what is? Hold on, one second.
Wait, hold on.
Let her finish.
If
Let
you're
her finish.
300 pounds, if you're 300 pounds and your mom or your brother or your like significant other, not your partner, let's say, okay, like a female in your family says, hey, you should really start to exercise a little bit. Like you're now getting to a point where it's definitely unhealthy, because there is a point of being overweight that is unhealthy, and I would say 300 pounds is that point. Would you get upset at that?
Like Hassan, he's suddenly a nutritionist.
I
Like,
feel
he
like
fucking
Hassan's
knows.
the kind of guy to say that like on a first date though, which is exactly what
Hassan
I'm
said go on the date.
Now, instead of
Wait, what are
responding
you?
to my very direct and very normal question, would you be upset at that if a family member told you that?
No. But if
Okay,
you're
well
if
then
you're in
why
a
would you be
long-term
upset at your
relationship,
significant
then it's
other
okay,
bringing
but
it up at a reasonable
if you-
point? in
Let
your
her
relationship?
let her
Excuse me.
respond. Zantani, go ahead and
if you're
respond.
just starting to date someone, you're getting to know them. It's kind of like not their.
Wait,
But
you
if
cut
you're like-
out. It's not their place.
Not their place.
It's not their place because you've just started knowing them.
I think
Like
you're
if
doing
you're
a
walking up to
service.
random people on the street, you wouldn't say like, "Hey, Wes, you need to lose weight." Like that's. not-
There are a few
all the time.
exceptions, like if you're new to a relationship, or maybe if you've got some kind of feeder type relationship that is predicated on unhealthy behavior. But otherwise, I think that's a reasonable question you can have in a relationship between two
Can you tell
people.
everyone what a feeder relationship is?
Oh well, that's somebody who where one of the kinks in the relationship is literally the consumption of large amounts of food. So if your relationship is like built on that, then maybe that's a difficult situation.
There's
But that's
a good
probably an
documentary on
exception
YouTube
to the
you can
general
watch
rule. You know what I
Should
mean?
we
Fat
kink
Girls
shame
and
someone like
Feeders.
that?
It's great.
There's no kink shaming here whatsoever.
Hold on.
So when should kink shaming be a thing? Because that is like there's a victim of the kink. Someone is getting unhealthy, pushing them closer to death, extreme health issues, just because you want to fuck them when they're fat.
Hey, provided it's not coercive, provided somebody's
That's what a
coercing you
feeder
into that
is.
situation.
Yes, that's what a feeder is. Like keep eating. They breed.
No, that's,
no,
again,
hold on.
it's unusual, but it doesn't mean that it's coercive, that somebody's like engaged in this behavior and wants to engage in this behavior. I mean, that's like choking or slapping or any other behavior that you could argue is harmful or objectifying, but it doesn't mean that, that people are being coerced.
No, it's nothing like that. Because I don't think someone is going to
Well,
die
no,
because
hold on,
you
hold on.
choke them on the.
I mean, people are sometimes choked. I don't know how often that happens.
Pulling someone's hair during sex doesn't give them diabetes and heart
Yeah.
disease last time I
Yeah,
checked,
but look, I mean, if somebody wants to take that risk, that's on them. I mean, that doesn't, they're,
Yeah,
that
but it's
doesn't
not.
mean they're being
Did you watch
coerced.
that documentary,
coercing
brother?
them,
Like,
pushing them
and
to
obviously
do
it's
it.
anecdotal.
Hold on, one second, guys. One at a time. Richard's
All
talking.
those relationships were abusive and manipulative. All of them. Without
Feeders,
fail.
that's not-
all
that
those,
should be
how,
Yeah,
how can you
that's
say
the
that? How can you say
pathology
that
of the
all such
relationship.
relationships are
Yeah, okay,
abusive?
they deliberately selected them. They cherry-picked them. I'm not disputing that. But there is something kind of weird about wanting to essentially force feed someone to a point where they become reliant on you for care, and then you continue to feed them beyond that
we
point.
keep saying that.
Kind of
Hold on.
growth.
We're talking about coercion. Like there was a really popular like documentary. I can't remember what it was, but like this chick was the one who wanted it. The guy was just like, I'm fucking into this and I'm going along the ride. But she's like, hey, buddy, feed me. It's time to eat. I want this.
That's
like,
fine.
it's not always coercion. Some people want to be
I think
that.
the majority is coercion.
So wait, would you
How
say?
can you say that? What basis do you have for that claim that the majority of this is
I
coercion?
mean, I've watched a fuck ton of TLC
you're literally
shows.
you're wearing them furry slippers, right? I mean, that's another.
And I was coerced into wearing this.
Yeah, see? That
Wait,
doesn't
who is the
coercion.
victim in a furry sexual relationship? They're
I
not
don't know
fucking
the integrity
dog.
of animal kind. That's not for me to say. What
Integrity
matters
of- no, but there was an actual
are
victim.
not being coerced. I mean, destructive
How
behavior is not
incomparable
necessarily
is that?
coercive.
What the fuck are you talking about? One is literally pushing someone into being unhealthy versus, hey,
Like,
you want to fuck my furry asshole? Like those
But
are so
one
incomparable.
definitely comes at more personal risk. But just because there's a risk of personal harm, as long as you're not actually being forced into it, that doesn't mean it's coercive. And if it's not coercive,
fuck?
What?
You can shame it.
What if your kink's self-harm, dude? What if you really get off and someone fucking hurts themselves? You're like, I'm not telling her to cut herself. It just really makes my dick hard when I see her legs bleed. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
This reminds me of like
You
this,
got
Hold on, Bastia, go ahead.
Well, now what exactly you're saying here? If you're saying that people
It's
engage
literal
in individual
self-harm.
behavior,
Yes,
if they
it's
choose
like
to
they-
engage in this behavior, they're not being pressured into it. You're saying, nevertheless, by virtue of their
encouraging
behavior,
you're
they have to
you're
be pressured
pressuring
into it.
Bastier. You're
What's that?
encouraging it by encouraging it. You're pressuring it because
Well, now
you're
that is an
continuing them to do it.
And how do
You
we
want
know
them
that
to
You're
do it.
encouraging this
So-
behavior by
okay,
participating in it with
How
them.
do we know that
No,
it's a
by
healthy
encouraging
relationship?
innocent-
That's like
You
saying if you
feed
go out
them.
in the back behind a house and have a smoke with somebody, that you're encouraging, therefore, that other person
Yes,
smoking
you are.
as well.
Yes, that literally you are.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
are.
it is.
At that point, that's
Yes, you
fine.
are.
Maybe you're encouraging, all right, bad behavior, but that again is something you can do in a free society. That doesn't mean you're forcing that bad behavior on them. That's a very
Okay,
important
you can
distinction.
do it, but the question is, should this be shamed? And I think 100% it should. It's
think-
harmful. There is a victim of this relationship, aka the fucking whale that's being force-fed by this guy who really likes to fuck
You're
fat
saying,
chicks.
you're saying force fed. There's no force in this situation.
Okay, we're going in circles. We're going in circles. Zintani, I want to ask you a
Good
question.
talk.
Wait, how do you determine coercion in that instance, though, Bastiat? Like, how
Yeah,
do you
like I mean, if somebody is literally tied down or
Dude, this Chad
no,
always
but
talks
like
over
coercion
me. Every
coercion
time.
not through
I'll get you,
coercion
I'll
not
get you.
through like physical force, but through
Same.
words
There
or
could
through
be emotional
manipulation.
or manipulation.
I mean,
Yeah.
that
Once
again
they
is
hit
a
a
very
certain point as well,
context
they
sensitive
become
question.
reliant
That's
on
a
the
context sensitive
individual for
question,
care,
but just
so-
saying I desire this does not mean it's coercion.
Okay,
you know?
thank you. One second. I want to get to Zintani real quick. When
I
that
wish
guy
we had
told you
Destiny.
what?
I just wish we had Destiny.
Okay, come on.
Destiny's dick. All you have to do is DM her. Like, it's not
Yeah,
that
you can
hard.
join the harem. You just have to hear about your
I wish she was
life.
here.
Okay, Zintani.
That's so
I wish
cute.
you added more to the
Tell 'em about
conversation.
Zintani. What did you? What was?
Hassan's like budget.
Okay, come on, Zintani. What the, are you
I
trying to
was
start a
already in
thread?
Destiny's
Are you
Discord
trying to start a
farming-
thread? What are you
farming
doing?
mode,
Oh,
so-
Oh shit, I think I saw that one already. Talent show, First King.
All right.
All right, we're
All right.
Oh no.
All right, Canute, stop saying sexist things. All right, are we done? All right, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. All right, Canute obviously wasn't saying anything. I just want to make sure that he wasn't. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Raj Royale podcast. This is, I don't even know which one this is. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy days to join us, especially Wes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love to all of you. Yes, thank you. We are going to go over the rules of today's show, as well as introduce each and every one of you. Yeah, no, there's no new rules, Canute. There's no new rules.
Everyone knows the rules, so fuck that. I didn't know there were rules.
No, okay, look. All right, look. There are rules, but one of the rules. No, okay. Excuse me. One of the rules is, okay? One of the rules is that we can change the rules at any time. That's one of the rules. So, We will go over those rules real quick, and then we will introduce each one of the cast members one by one, and then we will go into amazing, amazing topics, none of which will be discussing the status of banned streamers, or else Destiny will leave, okay? So we cannot, there's no discussion. That's one of the rules.
I don't even know who's banned.
Well, Destiny got banned recently, but we're not going to talk about it because who gives a shit?
Listen, you can talk about banned streamers. I just don't want to do a 2-hour topic on whether or not Twitch is inconsistent on bans because I feel like
well, I told Raj before this, it's like beating the bones of the horse.
Yeah, you're
So
like
fucking
beating
bad.
the ground that the dust like dropped onto, like the horse is so
Yeah,
far
it's
dead. Like,
just-
I think we're okay
it's
on that topic.
Okay, all right.
They
So,
are inconsistent.
well, I mean, I think, yeah, we're not going to talk about it, okay? Here we go. Let's go over the rules of the Raj Royale podcast in case this is somebody's first time viewing it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Raj Royale podcast, sponsored by MVMT, !MVMT in the chat, as well as Displayed, Displayed in the chat. The rules are as follow to the Raj Royale podcast. As you see...
Raj, I find this so funny, dude.
What, John?
I find this so because it's like you barely ever go live, so you have to tell the rules.
Okay. All right, John.
No, sorry.
All right, John. Okay.
All right, John, do you want to step outside of the room and I take care of you?
Ooh.
What does that mean, Candy?
We don't, with Candyland, we don't know whether you're going to kick his ass or give him a blowjob. I don't know.
He's
What...
getting a pity one for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Okay, so let's go over the rules. The rules are as follows. Above the heads of all the contestants is a timer. When that timer strikes 0, we will end the round and we will submit a poll into the chat. You will vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. The person with the most amount of votes will choose between the two lowest amount of voted people in the chat, and they will be eliminated from the Raj Royale podcast. The winner of the Raj Royale podcast will be the last person standing, and they will walk away with $175 worth of movement merchandise, just like Bastiat won, and I still haven't given to him.
$25K for a talent show and $175 in watches for your actual
Look, we had some budget cuts, Wes.
Seen the watch, buddy?
Hold on, one at a time, Canute. All right. I owe you money.
He owes me a fucking wax thing.
All right. Hold on. Raise your hand if I owe you money.
You owe me a wood watch. What the fuck happened to Yord?
You owe me a blowjob.
Okay, all right. Well, I owe people a lot of things. This is why you guys have to remind me of things, okay? I'm very forgetful.
You tell us to remind your producers, and our producers tell us to fuck off.
Okay, look, all right. It's not true. Let's go. Let's go and introduce everybody one by one here on the Raj Royale podcast. Here we go. Let's start with the top left-hand corner. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Destiny joining us after his 1-month break. How was your 1-month break of podcasts?
It was really good, Raj. I really enjoyed not being on these shit shows.
Really? Well, hey, welcome back. Thank you so much. It's really nice to have you. We really are looking forward to what you have to say or not. Welcome to the right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcoming to the show. It's been a long time since she's been on. Introducing international global porn superstar Mia Malkova. Welcome aboard. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have
You
to.
have called her your friend? Or
Yeah, I know.
something?
I'm sorry.
That same intro,
Just
please.
professional dick taker, Mia
Okay.
Malkova.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Anyway, Mia Malkova, introduce yourself. Welcome aboard.
Hi, everybody. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much.
Mia, how do you feel about the thing that Twitch has become a retirement home for porn stars? Oh my God.
Has it?
Mia's not retired.
They're coming in hard. They're coming in fucking hard.
Oh, people come hard in them, Canoe.
Okay.
Maybe they realized a good thing when they see it.
Shout out Fleshlight.
Yeah. Hey.
Hashtag ad.
Speaking of which, I don't think.
wasn't sure if I could.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if I can advertise.
Yeah, I don't know if we can advertise
I
Fleshlight
was
either.
actually curious. How do they mold that? Do they like pour silicone in places?
Oh my god, Cutie, I watched the vlog, didn't you?
How does it feel to
I
have
did.
silicone in your vagina?
It's not all the way inside. It's just the outside that they mold.
Oh.
Oh, so the inside's all
It's
bullshit?
It's a unique texture, so everybody gets a unique texture that feels.
So they just mold the lips and everything else is just like skin. Oh, that's bullshit.
Mia, can you
I'm
turn your mic up
canceling
a
my
little bit?
order. The
Yeah.
fuck, Mia?
I wish I knew how.
Turn up your mic a little bit. Just a squeeze, just a squeeze, just a squeeze, just a.
Okay,
Is that okay?
Just
that better?
yeah, a little bit more, but we'll work on it. To the right of Mia Malkova, welcoming to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
As well?
What, Canute?
They're saying turn up Knut as well?
No, Canute. I'll turn you up. Canute. Yeah, Canute. All right.
Turn up Knut and Mia, they're saying in chat.
I turned up
Can't you
Canute.
read?
I just turned you up, Boomer. Okay, relax. Okay. To the right, of Mia Malkova, welcoming to the show, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Games and Gains. Welcome aboard, sir.
What's going on, Ross? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey.
Talk about a filler.
Wait.
That's so toxic.
I guarantee he's a last second invite.
Okay,
Holy
Wes,
shit.
Wes, you are correct, but he was a last second invite because Lecture Fan couldn't make it. Games and Gains, I want to tell you, look, we love having you on, okay? Don't think of yourself as second place or a backup
Or
option,
13th
okay?
place.
Hey, you know, it's nice. It's nice
Just
to have
think of
experience
yourself
in
as
second place
first
for once,
eliminated.
don't worry.
Yeah, that's the spirit, cutie.
Yeah, that's what
Burst
happened last
out.
time, huh?
Yeah, Games and Gains, maybe you could show them all, prove them all wrong and win the whole damn thing.
If I gotta do it again, I'll do it again.
Okay, all right, best.
Do it again? Have you done it before?
Excuse me?
Not here.
No,
Okay.
Then where? Your local like shitty comedy club?
The local Real podcast.
How did you win? A steroids contest? Canute won all those.
All right. Welcome, Gains and Gains, to the Raj Royale podcast. To the right of Games and Gains, welcoming back. It's great to have them on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
Right as you get it right!
I'm so sorry. I'm so... No. I'm so bad at... Oh, my God. I'm so bad with pronouns.
He does try.
I really did try. I'm sorry. Eva Unalove, welcome aboard the
Eva Unalove.
Sorry. Eva, I'm sorry. I really do. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Welcome aboard. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Eva Unalove. I go by they, them pronouns. Some people can get it, some are working on it. And I basically teach intersectional feminism. One of the politics streamers that Canute loves so much.
Ava, do they have cool, like,
What
formal
is
words?
intersexual feminism? Can you
Yeah.
tell? We've never even heard
Intersectional
of
feminism, Canute, means I also care about racism and trans rights.
Oh, he doesn't.
Oh.
Canute doesn't even care about
All right, Wes. Come on, Canute. Canute, come on. Canute, keep it together,
She
Canute.
just gave me a jab.
Okay.
She just gave me a jab.
All right.
Right on the chin.
All right.
Speaking of on the chin, Mia Malkova. Oh,
Yeah, okay. All right, guys. Come on. Calm it down now. Calm it down. I haven't moderated
I
one of these.
missed this.
I haven't moderated one of these.
Back in his cage, please.
I fucking missed this.
I haven't
man.
moderated this thing in like a month. We're only through one row, and it's already getting difficult. All right.
Rush, I really tried to stir up the drama in the intro when you had the intro.
Yeah,
so
you gotta
it,
start.
so it will become more like the old days. Don't you remember
Yes.
the fucking
The good days.
The
the
old
good
days.
When
of
we
the
didn't even
Rush
know
Row?
what politics meant.
When
we just screamed.
we
at each
actually
other for
we
3
the
hours.
only hold on
Those
the
are good
only
times.
the only political topic we have today is the only thing that people wanted to talk about, which was Iran. That's the only political topic I think we have today is Iran. That's it. All right, bottom or the second row, far left, ladies and gentlemen, introducing this is her first time on the show, Miss Ghost Girl. Welcome aboard. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ghost Girl. I go by Fatuma or Rose. I do a lot of belly dancing on stream, and we also play games. Yeah, but hi, how are you?
All right, welcome aboard, Ghost Girl. Thank you so much. To the right of Ghost Girl, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Mr. Canute. Canute, welcome to the show.
Hey, Rush.
Hi, Canute. How are you?
Nothing more to say. I'm nothing. You can't call me a porn star. You can't call me I'm just a dumbass from Norway.
It's because you're too ugly to be a porn star, Canute.
True.
I've actually seen his. I've seen his amateur porn that he accidentally.
Do you know
leaked
what,
to me.
Cutie? Manuel came and said, "What do you know, Knut? If you ever want a job, just tell me."
Well, I'm serious.
Get you a paper bag.
Let me set the scene for you.
Maybe a mental below job. You sure that can?
I'm the guy. Cutie, there's always that guy who can sit there and just watch in the corner and.
Oh my god!
You want to be the cop?
I didn't say I want to be that, but that's probably the job he offered me.
So,
Mia, what do you think how he's doing porn? Do you think he has the aura for porn?
Mia?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not just the way someone looks. It's actually a really hard job.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has
It's
shit
not
work
easy.
ethic. You have no work ethic.
No, it is. No, like Canute, one time, I've told this story a million different times, but Canute, one time, we were on the same clipboard, and he accidentally copied and pasted a link to all his, like, sex videos, and he always gets so, but one time, like, let me set the scene for you, Mia. He was whoever he was with, they were in a tanning bed, and it was an anal scene, and it was just insanity. I mean, it was crazy. Canute's a professional. He looks very shy and taken aback by that right now. Canute?
Dude, how do you fit in a tanning bed?
Yeah, it's something I've never done.
All right. To the right of Canute, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. West, by the way. Welcome aboard.
Hey, thanks. I'm grandfathered in, so.
Yeah, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. To the right of West, by the way, he is getting ready for the next purge. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bastiat.
How did you know that was
That's a
about
bunch
you?
of fake news. That's none of
Bastiat,
that's true.
you by far have probably the widest laugh that I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Well, you know, I have to say what matters to me is that it's distinguishable. If it sticks out to you, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's good to be here. Thanks again for the invite, buddy. And I'm I'm a neoliberal corporate attorney. I work in fossil fuels. I've had a few people call me legitimately evil over the last month here on Twitch.
Really?
So I think today will be a lot of fun.
Wait, who called you evil?
Oh,
Dude, they call you crazy, not evil.
No. A fella, Mike.
Mike from PA called you evil?
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah,
from
it was
CCP.
fun.
Why the hell didn't you tell me that? I would have gotten him on the show.
Maybe next time. Although we, I talked to him on another streamer's stream, or I tried to talk to him. He said he didn't want to platform me though.
Oh.
Because of my
Really?
views. Yeah. So I don't know if he'd be interested, but
What
you know,
platform?
I'm always
We're back.
happy to.
He doesn't want to
That's
platform
enough.
you, but he'll.
Yeah.
Well,
Rush,
Mike's
the
being a little
Discord stopped
inconsistent.
working for us.
Wait, what?
No, it
The
works for me.
Discord stopped working for us for a few minutes.
No.
Yes,
Just
for me
you.
and Strider.
Oh,
No,
did it?
Strider as well.
Oh, okay.
me too. Knut, but chat, be quiet.
Shit countries.
Yeah. All right.
Over there near frozen wasteland.
Thank you, Bastiat. Welcome
Anyway,
aboard.
thanks for the invite. Good to
Yeah.
be here.
Bottom left-hand corner, introducing to the show. She's the craziest person I've ever met, but she is a very good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cutie Cinderella.
Hi, excited to be here.
Yes, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Cutie. You gonna introduce yourself?
I'm Cutie Cinderella. For 2020, I have a New Year's resolution to make chat hate me less.
Okay.
I plan on doing that by selling nudes like all the other girls, and
How much per
You
picture?
think that would make them hate you less? Have you been on this fucking website?
I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore because if I do wear shirts, they get mad at me. If I don't wear shirts, they get mad at me. I've tried a tier 3 sub with feet pics. I've tried everything, but I don't know what to do. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, to the right of Cutie Cinderella, her career is hanging on by a thread for the past decade. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Casey Tron.
True. What's up, you guys?
Welcome.
I haven't smoked any weed yet today. Just so you
Really?
guys-
Well, you better get started.
This is my base
You might be
level.
able to like add something to the conversation.
Yeah,
That would be
maybe.
nice.
I don't know. I think that I add more with the marijuana, but you know.
Yeah, you're more. You're probably
Your
more
shit
quiet if you
means-
just. Maybe you will pass out. That's better than.
I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you, Casey Tron. Welcome aboard the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to the right of Casey Tron, Mr. John Zerka. Give it up for him. Give it up for him. 500,000 views overnight, 5,000 subs, and all of it lost within 10 days. What?
6,000.
Oh, 6,000 subs. And
John, your microphone is fucked.
Yeah. Before I fix the mic, I want to say I'm only here to make sure it's not a toxic environment. Like, I can't stand that. I want everyone to get along today.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you, John Zerka. It's a pleasure.
Okay, now help me fix my mic. How do I switch to the Yeti?
What do you mean? Go to user settings, and then you see where it says voice and video. All right, and then
The cog.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, to the right.
No, it's not working, dude.
Oh God. Well, John, do you want this to be like? Do you want this to be like a tech support stream where we stop the show and we fix your mic? I mean, what do you want me to do? Welcome, Mr. John Zerka. To the right,
John,
last but not least,
suck your team viewer.
Candyland. Welcome to the show, Candyland. How are you?
Hi, Raj. I'm really, really good. Thank you. And yes, hi, everybody. I'm Candyland. I have missed you all so much. This feels like a reunion. It's so adorable.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Candy. That wasn't the right English word, but that we'll work with that. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. This is your cast for January 12th, 2020.
And I'm in the background.
Oh, yes. That's right. And Strider in the background. Well, hey, look, chat. Look, folks. We got a great list of topics today. I'm very excited about them. First things first. First topic is first. It's kind of a more fun, lighthearted topic. I actually posted the clip in my lobby in my Discord, discord.gg/Raj, if you guys want to watch it. If not, I'll put it into context for you, and it's going to lead into our topic of the day. Okay, so we just ended on introducing Candyland, right? And so I have a topic actually about her. Actually,
wait a bit, Raj. John just speaks. I can see.
Okay.
I'm just tech supporting him.
Okay, all right. Does that work?
Well, it is the it's using the Yeti now. So,
okay.
But on appearance, yeah.
Okay. Here we go. All right.
No, not on appearance.
Here we go. So while streaming earlier to her audience, Candyland talked about how some guys were super awkward around girls and they needed to lower their standards because they can't, quote, wait around for magic to happen. Candy, I'd love for you to elaborate on this statement, and then we can jump into a topic about it and see what the panel thinks about it in particular.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a very good example. I had a friend who was a virgin until he was like 22 or something.
Uh-huh.
And he did it correctly. I think he did it correctly because he was like, he couldn't find a girl and no girl liked him. So he lowered his standards and he got with one girl. And then after that, he got way more confident and he like find a cute girl.
Okay.
I think it's the real way to go.
She's talking about slaying some hood rats before you fuck the girl you like. So you're not awful
but
at
I
sex.
feel what I'm saying is like if you have a problem with finding a girl, I think that a lot of guys have too high standards. I see this a lot of times with my friends, and
I agree.
Standards about what?
Okay, hold on. Yes, go ahead, Bastiat. Go ahead, Bastiat.
Yeah, standards about what? Like what kind of standards?
Appearance.
Is that it?
There's a lot of mathematical
I think that like.
Go ahead. What Destiny? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that if you talk to a lot of girls, you find like surprising answers that guys wouldn't expect to hear. Like there are a surprising number of really hot girls that'll say things like, "Oh, like I think dad bods are cute." But if you talk to guys, some guys can weigh like 250 pounds. Will be saying shit like, I don't know, I would never fuck with a chick that's like 120 pounds. If she's like that have like very high standards. And it's like, okay, dude, like you should be a little bit more realistic and like the type of people that you're trying to associate with.
I'm more than 250 pound Destiny.
That's what I would say. So true, yeah.
I mean, you only
I'm more than 250 pound Destiny, and I wouldn't fucking sleep with a girl 120 pounds. So.
Sure.
120 is not even close.
I also think as women are raised, there is a higher chance of like women being insecure, and guys have inflated confidence more often than not. And so I think like guys often consider themselves like, oh, I'm an 8, like I should be able to date 8s, when in reality they're actually a 6 and they shouldn't be shooting that high. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's quite the opposite because of social media, like Tinder and Bumble, women have it far easier on those apps, and it creates a mode of confidence that they actually. Is in reality they're not that good looking.
Games again is far easier in what sense that they could get any dick they wanted. Of course they could. Every guy's a horn dog.
Like a guy on Tinder and on Bumble is gonna have a much harder time than a female because a guy has to lower the standards and a female just can get anybody they want.
Wait.
We're not talking about Tinder or Bumble though. We're talking about like real life interactions.
Yeah,
but
like on Tinder and Bumble, if you're literally just looking for somebody to fuck.
I use that as an example, you dickhead. All right.
Hold on. Hold on.
More to attraction than just your.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
We are talking about a real-world example here about women actually the exact opposite of what they're talking about. Women actually now have far too much confidence because of those apps, and that trend.
What? All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Let's have one of the females. Let's have one of the females respond. Cutie, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about social media in general. If you're going to talk about apps, think about all the pressure that girls have now because of the pictures that other girls are posting on Bumble and Tinder that are filtered and edited.
So yeah, welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video, and in this video it's going to be a really quick one, but I wanted to go over the fastest and most efficient way to complete the quest that will have you gather Rathian tracks shortly after entering high rank. So if you do find this helpful, then a like will be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below and let me know if you guys have any more questions. Also, as a quick reminder, there's still a few days left on the limited edition Rathalos PS4 Pro giveaway, so be sure to enter that. I've encountered this already, some of you may not, but not long after you enter high rank, after killing a Puke, you'll have a quest that'll have you investigate some strange Rathian tracks. Now, the game will tell you that you can do this in a number of different ways. You can go out on optional quests, investigations, or even an expedition and look for tracks in the process. Now, the first time I ever did this, I started it out in an expedition, just gathering tracks as I went, and if you've reached this point yourself, you'll have immediately noticed that the bar increases at an incredibly slow rate. And if you try to complete this quest by collecting tracks and tracks alone, it's going to take you a very, very long time. However, if you pair this with some other tasks, namely optional quests or investigations, then you can actually speed up the process massively. Quick shout out to my buddy Willis Gaming for this footage, since I'd already done this quest myself. He's been going through it recently, so he sent some of this my way so that I can use it for this video. You can find a link to his channel down below. But as you can see here, picking up an individual track doesn't really provide you a great deal of progress. However, this quest that we're on is just an optional quest in the Wildspire Waste to hunt a Baroth. So if you then fast forward to the end of quest reward screen and take a look at that, you can then see that following a successful quest completion, this bar jumps up quite considerably. And that, my friends, is the way that you want to tackle this. It's important to understand this because you'll have to do this a few more times a little bit later in the game. I will say that the later ones don't take anywhere near as long, so they're not so bad, but either way, this should be your general flow. Pick a quest that will send you to the relevant destination, in this case the Wildspire Waste. Head to a location that you know there are tracks. So in this instance, taking a left out of the first camp and going to the foresty area, there are usually a couple of tracks around there. If you collect them, so as to work towards your overall progress, and then just complete the quest as normal, and in doing so, you'll have this done in no time. It's designed this way because this is essentially a passive quest, not too dissimilar to like a bounty that you'd normally do whilst farming gear. After all, when you first enter high rank, you're normally going to need some new gear, so as the general game flow goes, it's something you'd naturally complete in the process of farming that gear. But of course, if you're looking to just complete it and move past, then that is what you need to do. Pick a quest, find some tracks, complete the quest, and repeat. Doing it this way will see you complete the quest after about, say, 5 or 6 quests. And as mentioned, the exact same thing applies when you do this towards the end of the story for the other monsters.
And yada 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 that all of us
Lol,
expect
just
is
edit them
normal.
then.
No, that's absolutely not true. Women don't have more confidence. Women are more insecure than ever because we're having these beautiful women shoved in our face all the time, every hour,
okay,
every
but
day.
that wasn't even the case.
Hold on. Go.
You can still get laid like this.
Yeah, wait, men and women are.
Just because you have a bigger
for
pool of
both of
people who will fuck you doesn't mean that it's easier, like, to find someone at your level. What?
Yeah.
Like, if you're an
I mean,
8 as a girl, yes, everyone's 7 to 1 will DM you trying to fuck you because men have inflated confidence and we think we can fuck anyone. But that doesn't mean that it's easy to find someone that's like your level, dude.
I also think it's important to clarify. There's a huge difference.
Hold on, Destiny, go ahead.
This is so bullshit.
We said we're talking about like real life relationships. Tinder and Bumble. That's not real life. That's like online interactions. Like real life interactions with people.
Relationships.
Real life
like
interaction.
Cinderella says, you see that on Instagram, it translates into the real life. You can't say that it's not real life because it is. We live on social media. You can't tell me that's not real life.
Wait, games again.
Trying to find somebody. Wait, let me respond. Trying to find somebody to have a relationship with in a real life environment is way different than scrolling through.
Destiny wasn't.
Hold on, let Destiny finish. Canute, let him finish.
No,
let him finish.
You guys are all black-pilled as fuck. Holy shit! Like Jesus Christ! Like, yeah, you're black-pilled. Black-pilled is when you think so.
Nihilistic people is what.
Let him finish. Hold on. Hey, hey! Let him finish.
Oh God.
But it's not fucking talking about the topic, it's talking about the relationship. They were talking about sex.
Canute, I've had enough of you! Let him finish!
There's
a difference between talking about like
a bunch of different things.
The fact that you guys think the only place you can find sex is online apps is like
no, it's
fuck
not.
all of your minds are. Yeah, if somebody's talking about like, well, how easy is it to find a partner to have sex, or whatever, and you're like, well, the stats on Tinder and Bumble say this. That's not the only place you can find people to fuck. Firstly, Tinder and Bumble are like way different than like real life interactions. Like a girl's gonna get offered more dick on fucking Tinder or Bumble than she'll ever get in her entire life. Like walking, it's insane. And like
doesn't that change your confidence?
It
for a
translates
guy.
into real life.
Does that really boost your confidence
Okay,
to get a
Destiny.
lot to get a bunch
You
of
literally
random
can't
dicks in
tell
your
me.
inbox? Does that really
No.
boost your confidence?
Yeah,
I mean,
No,
it's-
but we didn't talk about confidence. You're going off topic again because we don't talk about confidence, pressure, anything. We're talking about where it was easiest to get laid for the fucking first time. That was the statement that Candy said, that he had to lower his standard, and girls didn't have to do that because they can get laid easier. We don't talk about getting a relationship with someone. We're not talking about having a good self-confidence. We're talking about walking out, asking a man who wants sex. Yes, no.
Hold on. 1 second. Bastiat, I'll give you time to respond. Ghost Girl, did you have something to say about what Canute just said? I felt like you wanted to respond to him.
I mean, honestly, like, in honesty, I feel like the social media doesn't compare to real life, because like girls will get so many messages on how they want to get later and whatnot. So many guys will message them, but in real life, a guy doesn't just come up to you and says, okay, let's have sex. I mean, like, I'm fucking insecure as fuck sometimes, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. In real life, I'm very insecure, but during like social media and whatnot, I'm not insecure whatsoever, because I get to be myself.
It's a
But in
way
real life, I
different
can't just go up to a guy and be like, okay, let's fuck. You know, like, I'm not that
Do you really think
confident to go up.
Tinder and Bumble are social media? Because those are apps made to be on one-on-one interactions. It's a way to link people that you don't meet easier because they're like...
Let him finish. Stop interrupting. Wes, finish.
Jesus Christ. You can't compare Twitter, which is like this like mass social media, to something that's built for one-on-one interactions. I don't think there's that huge of a difference when you're talking to someone like in DMs on Tinder versus when you're talking to them the first time in like a bar. I don't think
You
your
know what?
confidence is overinflated or like under where it should be.
Do you think
Nobody even
Hold on 1 second. Candy, go ahead.
Yeah, nobody even uses apps like Tinder and Bumble. Only games go there to talk to.
That's
both.
not true.
That's what.
They're
That's
so
what they.
largely used. It's
Well,
not.
You don't think? Wait,
even in a platform like that, isn't there more than just your sheer appearance that you use to get people interested? I mean, can you really just cleave appearance off from every other factor of the human experience? When
Yes.
when
Appearance on
getting-
Tinder is like 95% of it.
Rush.
We'll make this
My
very
question
simple.
now is.
Hold on 1 second, Canute. I want to get Gaines in here. He was the one that started this. Go
We're
ahead,
gonna
Gaines.
make this very simple. The only point I was trying to make is it has an immediate effect on the world. All right, and if you don't agree with that, you're ignorant of the fact.
No,
Social
you're
media
being
plays
ignorant.
Let him
a
finish.
huge role into our world, and that translates into the real world and how we interact with people in the real world. There are people that are fucked up and don't know how to interact because of social media. That's a point proven. Like that's the whole point, and the whole thing I'm
look,
trying to say is
you just
social
said that
media.
case.
In that case, if Destiny's
On
right,
social
if Tinder is like 95% physical.
Games and
appearance,
games,
and
you
I
just
don't deny
contradicted
that,
yourself.
if that's
You
the
said
case,
social
then
media
maybe
Hold on.
rather
Let
than lowering
Wes.
your
Let
standards-
Bastiat finish. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Bastiat.
maybe rather than, if you don't want to lower your standards, if that's something you'd rather not do, maybe instead of doing that, think about other forums that aren't so visually driven. Like the real meat space in which most people
Bitch,
met
that ain't
most
even
other
the
people
fucking
from the whole
topic.
history of mankind.
God, you're so cringe. You're trying to make everything political and social change. It's literally about, do men or women need to lower their fucking standards to increase the rate at which they get fucking laid, dude? Why are you trying to make it like
that's not that? What? First of all, that's
what
Hold on 1 second. Bastiat.
You're being
Bastiat,
so broadly strange. You're trying to run some social campaign here, like, let's change the way people view. Okay, great, dude. But we're just talking about, do people need to lower their standards to to get laid more often? Which is what the fucking topic was. I don't know.
I'm saying literally, if you feel like you don't visually mash up, then you'd probably want to go to some kind of forum in which you could emphasize some of your non-visual features for the purpose of trying to attract someone to you.
Visually
people are attracted to more than just your face. Maybe not on Tinder, but maybe in other forums where you meet people.
This is something that I've tried to
Charisma
talk
is
about a lot. Online interactions are meaningless, guys. It's not anything like a real world interaction. Like, you can find people in the real world that if you had the opportunity to look at a Tinder profile, you'd swipe left every time. But when you meet them in person, you actually get along with them really well. You guys spend.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
People have used online either Tinder or Instagram or Discord to replace all of their real life interactions.
And what's wrong with that?
Let him finish, John.
Because
Let him finish.
The problem is that they're not real. They're not the same. You don't
What do
know
you
what
mean?
a
So
person.
hold on, Steven. You're telling me
Yeah.
the girl I met on Club Pink that I've been talking to for 2 years straight is not real?
I'm saying that you don't know what that person is like. You might hang out with them and fucking hate them. Like, if you try meeting people in real life, you'll be surprised at the wide variety of people you get along with. Like I use this example all the time. Like when you go to school, for instance, you're not matched in those classes based on 37 dimensions of personality. Those are just people that you're fucking thrown in a class with. But somehow everybody ends up getting along for the most part as you go through school and high school.
One of
Destiny,
the best
you're
reasons hold on, excuse me, Basti.
I think that was a great closing point. We should
Destiny,
move
you're
on.
equating two separate things. You're equating when people are scrolling on Tinder and they're Tinder and no, fuck yourself. There's like on Tinder where they're looking before the actual when they're having conversations, which is what Candyland's talking about. Once you're IRL talking to each other is not that difference to how you are one-on-one in direct messages. Because what you're talking about is like when you're scrolling, and that's when looks matter so much more. But once you're connected to this person, then you get to know them, then you learn their personality, then you see if you're compatible with each other.
Are we seriously?
Can I ask you a question?
The original debate was about content. Wait, there's no debate here. When you fap on a Discord video call for a long time with someone, you converge. You become one.
I can't like tell. Like this is actually so sad. Like you can't replace real life human interactions with online video calls. It's totally different, guys.
Destiny, do you think Tinder and Bumble is not an okay way to start towards making an IRL interaction?
It's a way,
That's the
if you're
final
here's a
stage,
hint. If you're talking to someone on Tinder, if you don't get the phone number in the first 2 days, you're fucking up. You're taking too long.
Okay, that's not what I just asked you, buddy.
Sure. So like you can use it to like meet somebody, but don't.
Yeah,
but,
then
like,
what's
this
wrong
isn't-
with it? Why are you saying it's so fucking de facto awful when I know like tons of people who are married now if they met off Tinder like 4 or 5 years ago?
Because if you guys are trying to say like whether or not a guy can get fucked has to do with his performance on Tinder. Like on Tinder, like that marketplace is so much different and removed from what the real world is like. Like sometimes I get it.
God. Hey.
My turn.
Hey, hold on. Everybody stop. 1 second. Canute, go ahead.
My turn. We have to assume, Destiny, that this guy has tried both social media and real life, and it didn't work. We have to assume
Why do we
that.
have to assume that?
There's two separate.
He has tried for years.
1 second.
Well, then work on your charisma.
There's two
Get
separate.
out there and get laid.
There's two separate gates that people are ignoring. Like on Tinder, it's a physical gate that you have to unlock before you can go anywhere. And then when it comes to meeting people IRL, it's the social gate. So even though they're separate, they both like into the same goal. Looks can get you laid on Tinder, and then being incredibly social IRL can get you laid.
We're talking
They're
about
just two
confidence.
separate
That was
things.
the original point.
Physical confidence and social confidence? We didn't determine physical or social confidence.
Hold on. Hey.
Yeah, so the point
Hey,
is, if
one
you
at a
want to
time.
lower your standards, you can do
We're
that.
talking
But
about
alternatively, you could try making yourself a more appealing person. Even if
We're
you can't
talking
do that
about confidence,
physically,
okay?
you can still do it in a variety of different ways so that you can appeal to somebody maybe in a non-visual medium.
The original.
Can we take this
1 second.
like,
Bastia, finish up. Candyland and then Games and Games. Go ahead, Candy.
That's it.
Oh, can I start?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So I have a friend who is getting into his late 30s, who is still a virgin, and who is trying dating apps, trying to talk to people in real life. And I think
Is
that
he a
the
tier
only
3
thing...
or what?
No. He's also like he has a job, he has wealthy, he is like not super hot, but not super ugly either. And I just think that the only thing he can do is to lower his standards. So I'm wondering, like, what do you think he could do?
Kenny,
Well,
do you
it
never think
depends.
it could have been him? Like he's the reason he's not getting laid? Not because he's shooting too high, it's just the people he's shooting at, he doesn't have the confidence or the bravado to get it done.
Well, that's her whole argument, Wes, is that he doesn't have confidence, and so he just needs to lower his standards.
Oh no, he has.
He
Wait,
needs to
Hold on. Just Candy, elaborate on it.
Well, I think that the girls that he approaches are out of his league for sure. That's how.
Do you not think he can make up for it in other ways?
You miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah, try building your confidence in some way.
If he doesn't have,
But he's shooting too high. That means he has a good self-confidence. He's shooting way over his league.
That doesn't mean he has self-confidence. He just wants to fuck hot girls.
Yeah,
but he's
At least he's trying.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think you have
Hold on.
Sometimes people have to.
Hold on,
pay
one
to
at a
fuck
time.
hot
One at a
girls.
time. Who wants to go? Eva, go ahead.
Confidence doesn't mean anything if you're an asshole, right? So you need confidence, but you need charisma.
Hold on 1 second. Let them finish. Let them finish.
Too kind.
Assholes gets laid all
Hold
the
on.
time.
Does anybody just hold on? Does
assholes
I
don't get
disagree.
laid.
I disagree.
Hold on. Eva, you're claiming that assholes don't get laid. Is that correct?
She's not claiming that.
I'm saying confidence doesn't matter if you're an asshole. I'm saying charisma needs to go with that, or humor, or something that connects you to that person. That's my take.
Okay, hold on. All right, let's hear John Zerker. You disagree with that?
Yes, I disagree because when I came to Twitch, every girl was like, he's such an asshole, he's never gonna get laid. And then Twitch gone, I got more girls than every guy on the platform combined. It's a joke. You're all liars.
One at a time.
You don't have more girls
Hold
than
on.
Destiny. You're straight up lying right now, John.
But Destiny is a fucking asshole.
Hold on.
Can I say? Hold on. I am
Destiny
not.
has more girls.
Chill. I am not an asshole. I'm actually incredibly fucking respectful to
There's
everybody
like,
that I
are you
talk to.
kidding?
The problem,
It's a joke, Destiny.
you can talk to any person on this platform that I've ever hooked up with, and they will never say, "Oh yeah, he's a huge asshole in real life." Like, yeah, I have an aggressive personality.
Destiny, that was a joke.
But I am no. You say it's a joke now because you want to walk it back because you realize how stupid it sounds. Like the idea that like assholes are the ones that get laid come from white knights who suck up to girls all day and are.
Wait, Destiny, it is true though.
Wes, can I finish one sentence, please? Okay. The idea that assholes are the ones that get laid come from guys that will, every time a girl is like, oh, my favorite movie is this, the guy's like, oh yeah, that's mine too. Spend all day agreeing with the girl and wonder like, oh God, why won't she fuck me? And then she sees her like have like banter with another guy, and then the guy's like, oh God, she only wants an asshole, because any guy with a backbone is instantly interpreted as being an asshole if you're a guy that's like a fucking white knight. Like that's the deal. Like, are there some guys that are assholes that get laid? Yeah, sure, but there are also dumb fucking girls that will fuck assholes. But like for the most part, like just being confident and being like respectful and nice is usually a really good way to talk to a woman.
There is a
Go ahead, Mia Malkova. Go ahead.
I just completely agree with Destiny. Like, a guy can be super attractive, but if he's not respectful, then most girls, if they respect themselves, are gonna pass.
Okay.
If
I
you're
think there was a
kind, it'll get you a lot further.
But do you think that that's like does that go both ways? Because as far as I'm concerned, most men don't give a fuck about like.
I don't know. I think it goes both ways. I think a girl can be attractive, and if she's a cunt, a guy won't be super interested.
Yeah, but he'll still have sex with her probably.
Yeah, he'll still have sex.
Probably, but it's circumstantial. It depends on the guy.
People still have sex with hot assholes.
Yeah,
It's a triangle, and you need to have 2 of 3. There's humor, charisma, and being an asshole. Okay, and if you have 2 of the 3, that's what makes you get fucking laid.
Wes, did you just say? Hold on. Oh, Wes.
Humor,
Wes,
charisma is 1.
Wes,
Looks
did you just
and
say
then being
it's a
an asshole.
triangle?
Yeah.
Illuminati confirmed. You're getting kicked.
All right. Thank you, John.
So you can be an
Everyone
asshole
has
and
an
funny.
asshole that
You
they
can
can
be
get
attractive
fucked by,
and an asshole. You can be attractive and funny. Like you have 2 of the 3 traits, and you get laid.
You can be an asshole and be fucked in your asshole.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there any last things that anybody would like to say, or otherwise we can just go ahead and vote?
Yeah, I'm wondering, do you guys think that twitter.com/ZerkaOfficial is an asshole?
You know what's funny is you used to say it wrong, and you used to say ZerkaOfficial/Twitter, and everybody was, ever since I corrected you, you've actually been doing it correctly. Okay, all right, it's time now to vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. The poll is going out in the chat right now. Keep, not kick. Vote for you want to keep, not kick. The person with, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No,
Raj.
I was just wishing for people in this podcast to actually have a good like tip to me, because I feel like a lot of people who are viewers also might have this problem.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Go ahead, elaborate on
No,
that.
a good tip. What's the word?
Advice. Do you think
to help nice guys get laid?
Do you think that? Do you think that is there any advice that the alpha males on the cast could give to other men who are seeking to get laid?
Yes.
Do MDMA. Do
yourself in some
Here's the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, one at a time. Bastian, you go ahead first. Bastian.
If you look like the kind of person whose life is going in a good direction, I mean, that's immensely more attractive. Male or female, I think, by the way. It's just try and improve yourself in some fashion.
No, here's the best advice I can give chat. Here's the best advice.
Don't care as much. Just
No.
don't care as much.
Give
The
him
best
the advice.
advice I can
Just
give to
improve yourself.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Money.
You seriously
Be
don't think
rich.
that's
I
One at a
agree with
time.
that. I think you'll have to be likable for somebody to like you and
Yeah.
find you attractive. You have
That
to
is
have something to
not
get back.
You have to
And
be
if you're not
likable
attractive,
to
it has
get
to be
liked.
I don't have to
Me,
like
that's
a
advice.
I'm sorry.
But the problem is the only thing we know about this guy is he didn't get laid. He was aiming too high. Okay, what advice can we give him? We don't know shit about this
I
guy.
think
He's
his
a
advice
really
is
nice
good.
guy. He has a
Raj.
good career. Nice
Hold
guy.
on one
knows
second.
how to
Aim
dress,
lower.
One second.
polite.
One second. See, he's a nice guy. He's got a good career.
Yeah,
best-
he's polite also. But
Do you
like,
find
the
him
only thing I can
attractive?
think of- No, he's not my
Can you
type.
show
and
us
he's
a
too old
pic
for
and
me.
then we get the answer?
Candy, I think what's wrong with the guy is he is terrified of women sexually because he hasn't had sex in so long. It's like surmounts. The longer you don't get laid, the scarier it is. But so what he needs to do is buy a prostitute, and then once you fuck once, you're no longer scared of it, and then you move on and you can fuck
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Like, lower
Hold
your
on, you know who did that? You know who did that was Moo. Moo.
Yeah, now Moo fucks all the time.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he did it once. He told this. The reason I'm telling this story is he told it on stream before.
Okay, but the thing with Moo is he has insane insecurities about other things.
No,
if this
I don't
guy's
think
just
so.
insecure about his sexual prowess, then boom. Once you get that out of the way, the first timers like
Moo
curse
is
is a
just
real thing.
fat.
Listen.
Hold
There's
on,
only
just
one.
Insecurities about
I
his
have a
weight,
question.
his looks, and all that
Well, I have a
shit.
question for the.
I'll answer your question.
I have a
now.
question. The question is, ladies, do you feel as if there are certain men out there that no matter what they do, they need to lower their standards because it's just not in the cards for them? Like they're just never going to be able to pull that
There's
girl.
some guys with just like inflated egos.
They don't have anything to offer, really.
Yeah,
exactly.
like you know. I mean, looks aren't everything, but I mean, some
You have
people.
to have
Here, wait. Here's a piece. Here is 100% true. I'd be shocked if any girl disagreed with me. Almost any guy, save for like, I'm not being mean, but if you're like hideously disfigured, almost any guy with like a decent set of fitting clothes and like a good haircut and a shave can be like a 6.5 out of 10. Like
Really?
it's very yes. I have seen so many guys on like, I don't want to point out like particular people's streams that like, oh, everybody's like, oh, that guy's an insult, blah 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 blah. But usually their hair is like super scrangly and wrangly and unkept, and usually they have like
I
neck
don't think
beards
either
and
one of
stuff.
those are words.
Why are you describing
I-
yourself, Destiny?
Stop. Listen, because I'm not on a fucking Twitch show asking for advice to get laid.
Okay,
Okay, so I can say shit. I can look up the fuck I want.
But
okay?
obviously
I'm
that's
saying,
not
like,
all it
a
is,
lot of-
right?
I'm just, no. I'm saying for a lot of guys, like they're literally like fucking one haircut and one trip to the mall away from being like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Like there's a lot of guys that.
Well,
It's easy to be
they might
attractive
have
as
to
a
do
guy.
a bit
It's much
more.
easier to be attractive as a guy than it is as a girl because there's such higher standards as girls.
What would you rate
Yeah, like
yourself?
nobody clips
Honestly-
photos of guys and be like, "Wow, look how big his nose is," or like how
No,
weird.
listen-
That's like a thing that generally
Honestly,
like.
for guys just need
Hold on.
guys just need to exercise and shower because like a good posture, a little bit of muscle, and being fresh. That's it.
So just
Like-
out of curiosity, ladies, because Destiny, you just said that like, do you not think that like, do you think women do women get together and like talk shit about how guys look and stuff and how short
Yes.
they are and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Just about
No.
penis
Never,
size.
Do-
Not
is that
Not
is
really.
it,
Just all talk about them having
Ladies,
sex
did you
and
guys
being
know
and being
Raj is a
unsatisfying and
6.5?
not orgasm.
is
Raj,
it,
I'll tell you like this. I'll tell it like this. Most guys will bang, and this is what's pathetic. They'll bang anything. Like 6 of my best friends, they all bang their couch. They put it in between the
I
cushions.
know
and
that
shit.
most guys have fucked their
Yeah, I know we're
couch
talking
at one
about
point in their lives.
Hold on, I'm
Bag of
curious.
lube,
Of all
shove
the
between
of
the
all
couch
the men
cushions.
of all the men here, raise your hand if you fucked your couch.
Yes.
John,
Between
you're
the
the only.
cushions, come
you're-
on.
You're the only one.
Pillows. Have you set up like a pillow pussy and like
Yeah, I've
fucked
done that.
it? Like
I mean, we
humped
can
it?
say that
Okay.
about guys, but like a lot of girls' first time is like rubbing on some shit like the edge
True.
of the table to the
Yeah.
edge of the couch.
Very
as well,
true.
right?
Like the edge of
yeah.
my
Everybody
bed.
has their
I
right.
know,
I
I
used
know,
myself
yo.
before I lost my virginity.
Wait, what'd you do,
I know
Mia?
this. I know this one
I
chick.
used like the end of a spoon, and I.
Oh, did you? Really?
So painful.
Yeah,
Was it like
I
a
was
rounded
imagining
spoon or
what
like
it
a
would
metal
feel
one?
like.
Yeah, which end?
That
Which
sounds
end?
so
plastic,
painful.
But it was kind of bigger. It was like that.
Whoa.
The rounded end.
Jesus
Yeah, I
Christ.
was trying to like make it easier to lose my
What?
virginity by stretching
Wait,
myself out a little bit.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
And I
You
I
always,
know.
always
I
remember
was
your
wanted.
first time.
You
Did it-
took reverse
We have-
tables.
Did it
We have
work?
all seen where that ended. We have all
Where's that
seen where
spoon
that
at
ended.
now?
Did it work? Mia, did it work?
eBay, Mia.
Yeah, and then a
Time
fucking
ago.
Is
sponsorship.
that,
because she's gonna
yeah, is
go
that
to
like
his
is
vagina.
that like a collector's item?
Wait, did you eat cereal with the spoon after, or did you throw it away, or what
No,
happened?
no, it was a cooking spoon.
Mia Malkova, have you ever had cereal?
Spoon.
Wait, Mia Malkova, have you ever had cereal eaten out of your ass?
Oh my god.
No, that grosses me out. I would
Jesus
never.
That's such a
I can't even watch it.
Are you kidding me, Wes?
Dude, there's such a classic video of
That is-
milk
I
and
saw
cereal
that
on a girl's
I
ass.
don't want to hear about it.
Seen one.
Okay?
So
Yeah, I
awesome.
know the girl.
Wait.
Oh my God, amazing.
They're
Yes, we're good
neighbors, right?
friends.
No, just
We get brunch on the weekends.
Yeah.
God, imagine having milk in your butt, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Is she?
I've never.
Milk
'cause
enemas are normal. What do you mean? Imagine having.
Yeah, but
milk in
it's
your
sitting there, and you're like inverted, and it's like a bowl. Your asshole is a
Okay,
bowl.
let's stop. Let's stop. We're done. We're done. Hey, we're done talking about that. We're done
No,
talking about
Raj,
that.
that is weird because I thought spoons were like for like cereal or smoking crack.
I was being creative.
Well, anyway,
You don't smoke crack out of what? That's heroin, you fucking idiot.
I love how Mia has hands and has
You
fingers,
smoke
but then
crack.
uses a spoon.
Well, okay.
I wanted something bigger.
All right.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
All right. Well,
We know.
Did,
It all makes
at what
sense,
age
Mia.
did you
It all
decide to
makes
go into
sense.
porn? By the way.
I was 19.
Oh, okay. And that's when you decided.
When did you lose your virginity?
Great day for us.
I think I was 16.
When did you
16 or 17.
All right.
How did? I mean, sorry, never mind. I don't want to.
Just turn this. I'll ask questions. to
This
Mia.
is like a turn into an AMA with Mia Malkova.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, 16. All right. Interesting. I lost it when I was
Mia,
20.
I have a question for the girls. What about Mia?
Recommended positions for small penises.
I have a question
for the chat.
Mia, what do you think of spatulas?
Ow.
Such a weird.
That would
Ow,
All right. Well, hold on. 1 second. Strider, what did you want to ask,
Yeah,
Strider?
I want it relates to Candice's question. Have any of you girls ever fucked a guy you thought was ugly?
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, Candy's the only one. Go on.
No, but
Okay.
he had good personality, kind of, a little bit good.
So
I
what
don't
what
know.
led to it, Candy?
Well, there's different things I just go for on impulse.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Respect.
All right. When was this?
Well,
Look.
I don't know. I don't think any of the guys I was dating when I was younger isn't very. None of them are very attractive.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, look.
Society standard.
The polling. I'm sorry. The polling has already
Use that
concluded. I'm
word
sorry. We're a little behind in the polling. The person who won the poll is Mr. Destiny.
There's no other big streamers on today, so he's already won. Can we just finish up the show?
No, I don't know. No, that's not true. You know,
DGG is
hold
sitting
on.
there. Well,
Canute, that is false. You know who beat him 3 times in a row?
Mia
Minx.
Malkova.
And Mia Malkova. Minx.
I'll make a call right now.
Mia Malkova probably has a bigger following if she just uses
I bet
platforms.
$1,000 Mia Malkova and Destiny are the final two. Sorry to ruin your script.
All right. Here we go. You bet how much?
$1,000.
Dude, that's a bold bet. I don't know if I.
No, because then you'll fucking skew the chat, right?
No, I
You'll
can't do that.
Vote for this person.
No, I
or
never do
whatever.
that. Okay, the winner is Destiny. Bottom 2 is Casey Tron and Ghost Girl. Which
Oh,
one is
man.
it gonna be? Destiny.
The first vote is always the hardest, guys. It's nothing personal, okay? I love all of you so much. I love both of you so much, okay? Listen, I've been really mean to you a lot lately, okay? I don't mean to be, okay? Ghost Girl, I didn't hear you say anything, and I see you're at the bottom of the poll, and the first vote sucks. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's fine. I mean, I'm kind of nervous the whole time of being on here anyway. But I mean, I came here for one reason only, and that was it.
Yeah, and we didn't get
thank
to it.
you.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. It's okay. No, it's fine. Ghost Girl, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Go ahead and
Thank you,
shout out
I
your channel.
Ghost Girl XOXX. You can find me anytime. I stream always at night. So if you want to come join and see some belly dancing, you're more than welcome to.
Was that a typo when you put the O in there?
No, it wasn't. I mean, I do have a name on Xbox, Ghost Girl XXX.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to make a.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool, Ghost Girl.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you, I
Candy, you know what to
appreciate
do.
it.
Take care, Ghost
Yes.
Girl. Bye. Okay.
Bye.
All right.
I cross now. Bye.
All right. Go ahead. All right. 1 second. We're gonna bring Candyland back in here so she can see everything. Hold on 1 second. All right. I think we're moving along actually quite on time today. Anyway. Okay. Let's bring on the next topic here,
Start from
folks.
the start, of course.
Yeah, let's bring on the next topic. Okay, this is on the topic of greedy streamers, and I think the chat's going to relate very well with how
Raj,
they
don't
probably
call out
think.
yourself.
Yes. Okay, so
Twitch Prime,
Mr. Groscore, who recently spoke
Old
out
cunt.
against greedy streamers asking for subscribers when they already had 10,000 subs. He later stated that $50,000 a month is more than enough to live off of, no matter where somebody lives. Do you guys agree with Groscore's sentiment that it is greedy for streamers asking?
And I can't think of a
What
better
kind of
person to
socialist
say it than
decides to make their
Groscore,
stand on
honestly.
an Amazon.com owned platform? Like, what is that about? I mean,
Okay.
just
Yeah, I
this
just
is
think
like a pure, untrammeled free market. People love it. It's a lot of fun, and frankly, it's Yeah, I don't understand where that argument about greed.
It's also coming from fucking Gross Score.
Okay,
who's
well,
trying to play
that's not the
favorite.
topic, Wes. The Wes
EU
isn't about gross score. But
I really
Well, how
think
is
it's
it not?
different if you're from
We have to
EU
talk
and
about who
America.
made the comment, right?
I suppose so.
But I feel like some people are less greedy. Like I would be very happy. Like I'm very happy where I'm right now. I don't need to make more. I wouldn't push for anything. Like if I didn't get enough of money to stream, I would just get a job. That's it.
But
I think part of it is I don't think it's. I mean, it is greedy in a sense, but is it an evil thing to be greedy as a business owner? You know what I'm saying? Like their job, their goal is to make money, and also part of that is might be like it might not be a monetary value that's pushing them, but they're just like, oh, I've never hit 13K subs. I really want to do it. Like that's my goal. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but it's more of a personal goal.
Ambition.
Yeah, it's not a fixed pie, right? It's always growing. You can grow it from beyond Twitch as well as from within Twitch. So
I just love that as streamers we can make our goals other people's goals too. Like I can be like, hey guys, it's my goal to get 1 million followers. It's our goal. You know.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting that you can do that. I mean, but the thing is like so many businesses are greedy, right? You could say Walmart's greedy, Amazon's greedy, like and a business is greedy. That's the point of a business is to make money. But I do think it's important for streamers to do things that give back, whether that is charity, whether that is just helping smaller streamers, stuff like that, even if it's not monetary, can help. And I think that can balance the whole opinion, like people's perspective on that streamer.
Greed the word greed
I don't
implies
think
a
they
sort
need
of
to do
moral
anything.
stigma, you know, and that I think is the problem there.
So, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, just trying to make more money for yourself as a business. Greedy? No. Do you have any, like, do you have to help others on the platform
based off
because
this
you earn
point-
more than them? No, I don't think so either. It's just like like every other business. Does Amazon have to help a smaller business grow themselves bigger? No, they don't have to.
Amazon's putting small business out of fucking business.
Yeah, they're putting them out of business. So
But I mean,
no.
it seems the only
Are
people
they? Are they putting? I mean, sure, a lot of business changes, but while some businesses are destroyed, others
Amazon
are
is
created.
killing small
This
business.
platform,
Well,
for
like-
example, allows people to create their own new small businesses. So, I mean, yeah, some are destroyed by the growth of
Okay.
Amazon. I'm not saying it's necessarily
Boss,
one-to-one.
yeah,
I
can
don't
you shut the fuck up? Are you
Why?
kidding me?
Listen,
Amazon? You think Twitch makes money for Amazon comparatively?
Wes, you literally
for
make
what
money off
Amazon does.
scratching off doing scratch-off
but you
tickets
have to-
on a stream. That's
no,
a
I
new-
lose money, by the way, you cunt. But
Yeah,
you're
you really
comparing
make
Twitch
money
and
on
the
scratch-off
market
tickets,
that
dumb
Twitch
fuck.
makes for small businesses compared to like the mega massive trillion-dollar company that is Amazon and how they fuck over people in every avenue of every business because they can do it
fuck
better
over
and cheaper
exactly?
and more streamlined.
Who are they fucking over?
They can ship everything cheaper. They can get everything from point A to point A for nothing. People don't have to pay for houses to buy everything. So hold on, let me finish my point. The thing that offended me is that you were like, oh, let's talk about Twitch making jobs. This is a fucking dot in the ocean that is fucking Amazon, dude. This isn't even worth talking about. There has
Wes.
never been an Amazon board meeting on Earth that Twitch was the center focus of. Even when they bought this out, one accountant was like, yeah, fuck it, throw them $1 billion.
the
I wipe
point
my
is not-
ass with that shit.
The point is
as a
not to say
website,
that
I think,
everybody
loses
displaced by
money.
Amazon should just hop on Twitch. The point is to say that while some jobs are lost, other jobs are created.
Yeah,
like
but it's
the
such
economy
a
is not some
big-
static fixed pie.
Oh, I get it. You're right, dude. Yeah, some are created, but it's such a large
Also, I
scale
mean-
towards taking jobs away from small businesses that it is giving
way off topic.
small
there is some-
creators.
Yeah, how do you get
This is
more
off
money?
topic.
Yeah, let's get back. Let's
Okay.
get back on the topic here, and I have another question to bring up.
Opinion here, okay? Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion. I think most streamers are absolutely fucking greedy. I can't tell you how many streams I
agree.
go to. How many streams I go to is like sub goal or donation goal, and it's like go fuck yourself. I'm sorry.
Well,
Like,
that's
I
the point of
understand-
streaming.
I understand. No, shut up. I understand
hey.
if you make a
Shut up.
Jesus
I
Christ.
understand.
Hold on, Levin, right now. You're the embodiment of the angry right wing right
All right.
now. One, you're frustrated by
Hold
the
on, let him
success of
finish.
others,
You
and
won't
two,
even
you're
let me
hostile
talk.
about
Let
it.
him finish.
Your embodiment of left cutting me up
The
without
games
no
and
point.
games. We don't let poor people talk on this
Hold on,
stream.
let him finish.
Listen to
Let
me.
him finish.
Everybody, okay, you have your. I understand you want to make a living off of Twitch. That's great. All right, there are great people. Like most of you guys on this stream right now are great content creators. But I can't tell you how many times I go to random streamers and it's like donation, please donate, please follow, please sub. It's like spammed. It's everywhere. So I absolutely.
And you're greedy for
Why
not lowering your salary at your work, so
I don't
you.
You're greedy for being ambitious and doing your job.
Yes.
Great about Twitch though is that
One second.
I'll back up.
1 second. Hold on. 1 second.
I want to pay in.
I
Don't
think
subscribe. Nobody
think,
needs
look,
it.
No,
Okay.
it's okay to remind people, but I swear to God, how many times, and I'm sure chat would agree with me, it's like gotten past a point where most people just go overboard. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Anyone on Twitter who
problem
keeps
is that, like,
tagging Fatty
when-
Melon, that's when they've gone
usually-
overboard.
Usually when we talk about...
Hold on, guys. Hold on. One at a time.
Fatty Melon shit is
I say
insane.
something?
Like,
One at a
get
time.
off his fucking ass. Let the guy do what he wants to do. Stop
James and
begging for
Games,
shit.
but hold on, I kind of understand it because you have to realize Fatty Melon gives that like dozens of thousands to people who have no money, no viewership. So you kind of like if you're poor and you want to make it on this website, like, you kind of understand wanting to reach out to a guy who openly just has no problem with it. By the way, he's not like against it. He's like, yeah, come to me. I'll sponsor your shows. I'll give you these donate like all this shit. Like he's not just some. It's different than if it was like there's some big donors for certain streamers, but this guy's like the Commonwealth.
He's
of
trying
small
to
streamers.
sponsor content, and I really love that. He's brought us some great shows. I love that.
I think the more we talk
I love that we have
Hold on, 1
somebody
second.
who's actually investing into
After
content.
Casey, Destiny. Go ahead,
There's
Destiny.
like when we talk
line,
about people
just
being
have to be
greedy.
careful they don't
Games, Destiny, go ahead.
When you're talking about people being greedy, you're usually talking about people, like, the connotation is that you're usually taking something at the expense of somebody else. If you're being greedy on your own stream and you're whoring out or whatever for donations, I don't even mean that like in a sexual sense, but just like, oh, here's a donation goal, I'm X from Y subs, whatever. I don't see how anybody could have a problem with that. If you don't like it, don't watch the stream.
Yeah.
Like, if you complain about, like, oh, like, sometimes I go to streams and I hear, thank you for doing it, blah, blah, blah. I know a lot of streamers that I don't watch those streams because they're boring.
And you're
I
not
don't watch
even
any streams. But like, if somebody wants to be greedy on their own stream and they found a way to make more money, I mean, who the fuck are you to tell somebody you should make less? That's like a very weird sentiment.
Oh, hold on.
Everybody really has a where it gets really greedy.
Oh no! Hold on, Gross Score. Wait, he sent me a video. I want. Can I? He sent me a video. I want to share it, but I don't know what it is.
I love
Hold on.
seeing them.
I want to share the video.
This is a 1 minute rant.
No, I don't know. I
Rockstar
can't.
Hold on, Raj.
hear-
Overplaying himself.
I gotta
as
listen to it
always.
first. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Yeah, before we start, my issue is stream. Like, have you noticed a lot of streamers they never transparent with their chat on how much they make?
Yeah.
You know, that's my biggest issue.
Because once the
I'm like,
money-
made
I'm like,
$30,000 in a week.
Hold on. If
You
it's a
shouldn't
col-
have to be. It's called
no,
privacy.
if it's a collaborative thing, your chat is bringing you these riches. They want to know your progression rate.
Wait, but no, that's not true. When you pay
No,
somebody
hold
for-
on. Let me finish.
No,
Let me
if
finish.
you go
But
someplace
hold on,
like
hold on. But then Hassan Piker, Destiny, and these millionaires fall into this whole, oh no, I look bad being called a millionaire. You know?
First of all, I'm very open about the amount of money I make. I don't give a fuck.
Say the
Secondly,
number.
I made 500K last year. I'm super open about what I make. Okay. Secondly,
Wow, not
anytime
even
you
a
go to a
millionaire?
place. Yep, nope, not even there. Secondly, if you go to some place, okay, and you like pay for any good or service, you never expect to know like how much money those people make. Like nobody says
Yeah.
that. Like you don't get like a Manny Petty and you're like, oh hey, hello, hey, how much money did you make last year? Like that's really fucking.
It's super It's like walking into a job interview. It's like, do you mind asking how much you make, sir? It's like you don't ask people their wages.
Well,
and shit,
because
man.
most people don't grow up with a chat. If you're growing up with a chat, you're not gonna time to go for a bounty. But I'm
you
not gonna
can
tell
show
them it's
chat.
a bounty.
Well,
Well,
you
you
can't
fucking
tell them.
stupid.
They're not
You need
supposed
to tell them it's a bounty.
Yes, you need to tell them it's a bounty.
You have to tell them
Of
it's a
course
bounty,
you
but
gotta
you're
tell
not
them it's a
supposed to
bounty. What the
disclose
fuck?
the amount that you're
Hold on.
paid in the terms of service.
Of
But
course
actually,
you
you
have
know
to
what?
tell
Hold
them.
on. Hold on 1 second, John.
Damn. Destiny laying the truth bombs. How the fuck do I do this goddamn quest?
You can go on an expedition or an optional quest.
alpha helm. Why don't these fucking idiots fucking say that instead of, oh, equip the fucking scholar helm? Dude, equip the hunter alpha helm under the high rank side. Can you, like, be specific? Holy shit. Like, not everybody plays your goddamn game. Alright, dude? This is a green boy. Wow, wow, I don't have any of this. Jagras high, Jagras scale. How do I get that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm too tired for this. Okay. I'm gonna cut on out of here. It was fun. Short stream, whatever.